All right, we're live. I'm going to post in all the appropriate channels.
Cool. Welcome to anyone who's been super quick and is on already, or watching the replay.
I would be impressed. Or watching the replay, yeah. Take care of that YouTube audience, something pretentious.
Yeah, I think I'll wait for a few viewers.
So here we go. Beautiful. And, oh, you put some moves in.
I did indeed.
Look at you, ahead of the game. I have to bring it up on this one as well because I have too many computers with too many windows. So what do we have here? E45. We have, so this is a Berlin, and then an anti-Berlin.
Okay. So I'm out of theory, as always.
Okay, so what's happened is this is an anti-Berlin, and then Ali Quantas has sort of changed it up and gone for the exchange variation here.
Okay, so but this is the opening that's supposed to be really boring?
It's boring-ish. Generally, the idea is that white will have a tiny, tiny edge because he will end up with a healthy 4-on-3, and black will end up with an unhealthy 4-on-3. So white should have a tiny, tiny edge here.
Okay.
However, black does have the 2 bishops in compensation.
When you say 4-on-3?
White's going to play d4 and trade these pawns.
Okay, I'm with you.
However, that's actually, because of the specific move order here, with the inclusion of bishop c5 and d3, that leads me to believe this is less good for white. Because if we look here, well, first of all, this is normally played, the exchange normally comes out of this move order with a6, takes, and then I think white usually castles, I want to say. Black has to protect this pawn, say here, and then white goes d4. And white gets to play this all in one move, and black has sort of wasted a move with a6. But here, I mean, a6 maybe not a waste of a move, but not the most useful move in the world. Here, after d3, bishop c5 takes, black has included 2 useful moves, knight f6 and bishop c5, and white has included d3 when he wants to play d4. So I don't quite understand this move order, I'll be very honest.
Yeah, it seems like you just lost 1 or possibly 2 tempi.
I guess the question is, so I was asking myself, is this a pawn? And the answer appears to be no.
Yeah, that's a motif in, I forget which opening. It might just be this one.
Yeah,
I think that's a motif in another opening though.
It's a motif in actually a normal Rui here, because after a6 takes, you're not taking this pawn because of that move.
Right. Yeah, I think I've seen something similar for white.
You probably have, yeah.
Probably, yeah. I mean,
maybe in some sort of Petrov
of having a symmetrical game. Possibly, yeah. I'm not going to pretend to know the name.
Petrov is the this one.
Okay.
And I don't know anything about this. Literally nothing.
I'm not sure. To be honest, all my E4 theory blends into one, unless it's a Sicilian. Okay, so.
However, I think
seems like black's doing okay already.
I disagree. I think black has perhaps made a mistake here, and the reason is after knight bd2, what Ali is threatening is to play knight c4 and to win this pawn. So I think you do need to address this pawn. He's not happy. But after castles, knight c4, which was all this is all played in the game. I'm not sure if you're holding on to this.
Can you? I mean, you can pin the other knight, but you can drive it away.
No, then I take.
Oh. And then you don't have queen d4.
Because I take... Oh, that's complicated.
I mean, you could take it.
Yeah, queen
with your
d4,
knight.
I just take there, takes, and I'll be a pawn up. We should put it on the board. After queen d4 now, just takes the queen. This is forced. And now, I don't know, if nothing else I can play king takes. But I also have this move,
Yeah.
knight b3. Hit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oops, not what I
Not
meant to do. That's not a good move. And you're just lost?
Here.
Oh, that's a good move. But I can continue on the theme.
Threatening this as well.
Yeah,
because I mean, this is defended now, but
this is dead lost.
Aha. What if you play this, and then you can't take?
I'll take the
which is defended.
Yes.
The bishop's defended.
So, but here, oh, the bishop's defended. So you can just retreat your bishop.
Huh.
Oh, no,
because then you get forked. Then you get forked.
But after knight g4, what if I just go h3 and say move away?
Back off.
And you still have two things hanging?
You can get some pawns for it.
Congrats, you got some pawns?
I mean, it's not terrible.
That's some pawns. But I was up a pawn to start with. Remember, I won a pawn. So I will happily play this position. And I'll play in this position. I'll take, actually.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's forced.
And then go f3. And I'm winning.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that.
You have a pawn for the piece. I'm winning.
It's messy, but
this isn't messy. I'm winning.
This structure is solid enough.
Yeah, this is...
I was thinking about something quick, but you don't really have time.
King f2.
Yeah.
Get out of my house.
Okay. What do we actually have in the game? Oh no, we did. So we're just up to knight c4 in this game.
Yeah. Well, my point was, I think you're just losing this pawn.
Yeah.
Which means Black's opening play has really been inaccurate. This says it, according to Yago, opening database says it's a normal. Oh, I see the point. This is what we missed, and it seems an only move. Black has to go knight d7.
Yeah, I looked at that, but...
Well, the point is, after takes, you have the same idea.
Now you have this, okay.
And it looks like knight d7 was played, actually. Which is good. It's an only move.
Yeah, it's awkward, but necessary. I would still think white is doing better here now, because that bishop's so awkward.
That's true. I mean, now white has compensation against this piece. However, I will say, like, you've prevented white from achieving his main strategic idea, which is d4. Although, I guess that can be played right now. d4 is maybe playable here.
Really?
Yeah, it's defended twice.
Do you...
Maybe I castle
do you want,
and then play d4.
Do you want to? Yeah. I mean... put it on board, see what it looks like, but...
I think this is maybe a little hasty because after, say, like, takes, this pawn is hanging. So...
It seems a little bit loose.
Maybe
you
like
haven't castled yet.
Maybe like rook e8, just targeting the pawn. There's always f3, but...
Yeah, it's a lot of weaknesses.
But then if you play f3, you've really weakened this diagonal.
Yep.
It's something. But yeah, I would castle.
We had... So we had knight d7, then we had queen e2.
Queen e2.
And f6, that move you were talking about.
So yeah, Queen e2 is not a move that was on my radar.
I mean, it's developing. I don't see what its purpose is specifically, but potentially you.
I do see the purpose, actually.
You want to trade the bishop?
No, you're defending the f2 square. It renews the threat.
Which wasn't a. Yeah. I'm caught up. Yeah, I forgot where we were. Okay, that's a good idea then.
And then black is now obliged to protect his e-pawn. And there's not a lot of good ways to do it. So black played f6. There's also rook e8, queen e7. You can go bishop d6, but that seems wrong. If you go like queen e7 or something, I can go bishop g5, and you'll have to play f6 anyway.
Yeah, which, if you're going to play f6, it's not so bad. At least you get a free move, get free tempo.
But then I'll just drop back to e3 probably and trade this bishop. I'm happy to trade. I think I'm happy to trade off this pair of bishops because then you don't have a pair of bishops anymore.
Yeah, and with all these pawns on light squares, if they're going to stay there, it's definitely the dark square bishop that is more worrisome.
Especially if I ever want to move my f-pawn in some variation. So yeah, this is a position. It looks like white is a teeny tiny bit better. Black played f6. And
then we had bishop d2 from white.
Okay, not opting to go to
knight
e3.
b6.
Bishop d2, knight b6.
Knight b6.
Great. Black's trying to trade off the strong knight on c4. I don't
want to let you take that.
Yeah, I was going to play that probably. But I don't know.
I mean, where's that knight going?
F5 maybe.
I mean, black's knight.
Oh,
it's kind of misplaced there if you don't trade it.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I mean, it wasn't great on d7 either, but that's pretty much his only option.
That is kind of the problem with this move f6, is the knight on d7 has nowhere to go. And he had to move, because he was just shutting in all of black's pieces.
Yeah, I'd really like to see not trading here.
Whoops.
And I don't think Aliquantus will trade.
I don't think so either. I think he'll play knight e3.
Oh, interesting. He's got some comments.
Aliquantus says?
He said the most recent is knight b6 feels weird. I thought he wants the knight on e6 or c6.
C6?
That's what the comment says.
I'll take his word for it.
E6 would be a great square there.
So yeah, if the knight wants to go to e6, which I agree is a very natural square for a knight, it can even think about jumping into these squares. Maybe an idea here would have been to play rook e8.
Exactly, yeah. And come in through this way.
It's probably a good move.
Yeah, I much prefer that idea. It feels more synchronized.
Tina in chat also, I think, has another good idea for this knight. We're going to put this bishop probably on e6, and then put the knight on d6, which is another good square.
True. I don't like d6 as much as e6.
I agree with that, because
it's shut out a bit by the pawns.
It does counteract any white knight activity on f5, though.
True. Maybe at some point, would you consider this break?
f5?
Yeah. Not in this position, but at some point.
With my knight on d6, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like a one of Black's only options, unless you're going to somehow get that c pawn down the board.
That was my main idea, was to go like c5, c4.
Yeah, it would be nice. It's obviously congested at the moment.
Yeah, I think as Black, I'll worry about my pawn breaks later. I'm going to try and get my pieces to sensible places a little bit before that. Yago says f5 probably hard to get in. I agree with that. Probably not easy. That's a very long-term plan for Black. Has our other game started by any chance?
It has indeed.
It has indeed.
Okay, we're on move 6.
For the other game?
Yeah.
Let me get that open, get my windows going.
Sure, I'll put the moves in. And remember to change your...
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yay, d4.
d4? What is this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's not the Lichess4545 League, I can tell you that much. Never played d4 there. Okay, that's large and not what I wanted. So this is our second game with Forever Weak versus Mad at Adam. Oh, I didn't introduce the last game. The last game was Ali Qantas versus Articom, and this is Forever Weak versus Mad at Adam. And Forever Weak is actually one of the highest rated players in the league. No?
Yeah, he's super strong. He's something like 2300. 2355.
So there you go. Good player. Mad at Adam also around 2100. Also a very good player. So hopefully we get a very good game here. Let me bring this up over here as well. Oh, no. I said new window. I meant new tab. So complicated. Okay.
Need that technical difficulties thing to come up.
If only. So, hold on. Let me just check how we got here, just so I catch myself up. Okay, this was. So Forever Weak said, "Hey, do you want to play a London?" And Black said, "Not really." This moves c5. If Black wanted to play a London, d5 would be very sensible. But okay, c5. Yeah, it's definitely playable. And now going into some like King's Indian-ish setup.
Yeah.
This all looks very normal.
It's kind of, I can see it that it would get back into a normal position, but at the moment it seems kind of slightly off. I'm not sure why.
For which side?
Nothing seems wrong. It just it doesn't seem common to me. It's not a position I'm familiar with. How about that?
I agree. It's not common. I think it's because of this move g6. If here Black can again transpose back to a normal London with the move d5.
Sure.
But e3, g6, c3, queen b3, d6. Again, I would like d5 here. I'm a center maniac.
Yeah, I can hear Andres Toff in his videos. So always saying, just grab the space, No hypermodern.
Because
no modern.
if you do this, now you're threatening the c4 bishop f5 shenanigans. You know those.
Do you want to demonstrate that?
Yes. White develops a piece, and then after c4, you have to play queen c2 because you have to maintain contact.
You could trade queens.
That's almost always bad. Because I just
that's why I suggested it.
That's you just very quickly go b5, b4.
Okay.
And you have pressure down the a file. These pawns are actually a strength unless they are isolated.
So you can't play, say, knight a3 to c2?
You can.
It's just not good.
I don't believe in this.
I mean, it's kind of cramped.
Because knight a3. Okay, I'll go. You've actually prevented me from playing b5, annoyingly enough.
I was thinking you'd play something like this.
Yeah, e6 is probably good. Knight c2. And now I'll go knight c6. And I'll go b5, b4.
I mean, then you're just getting the knight in.
No, I'll go
So
b5.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would you not want to put the knight in here?
Well, I can. But I can also play b5, b4, because funnily enough, I don't think you've... Oh, that is pinned. That's not pinned, actually. Normally there's a pin along the a file, but the knight on c2 does a good job protecting the pin. But yeah, you're right. This is a good idea.
Yeah, so I've refuted my own my own ideas. Let's not trade the queen.
Yeah, but the point is, if you don't trade the queen, you let me get in my normal London silliness. Because after queen c2 and bishop f5, all my pieces got out really quickly.
Yeah, and you don't have much space.
Yeah, so I think... And the other point is, you really want to play e4, but, oops, you don't want to play right there. You really want to play e4, but my pieces do a really good job controlling e4, so that's going to be really difficult for you.
Yeah.
So after like queen d2, I think white is probably already a little worse.
We had a comment, after queen takes queen, bishop takes knight, and then break the pawn chain with b3.
Bishop takes on b8. We can look at that. Takes, take here. b3.
And then b3. I mean, maybe you can just play this.
I think the idea would probably be to play a4 in that position. But on a4, I have actually rook a8. Pinning.
Yeah, this does not look so great.
It looks complicated.
I like the idea of b3. I mean, traditionally you want to attack the base of the pawn chain, but it's not impossible to go after the head. I'm not sure it works in this case.
b3 is interesting in these. It's sort of like a Queen's Gambit accepted idea where you try and break down this pawn chain with the c4 pawn. But usually there's no pawn here, and I think that's going to make a difference. Because this pawn is stronger in these variations. Like here, I'm not sure how you're addressing this pin.
Yeah, I agree.
It's an interesting idea, though. Like, I'm probably going to play, like, bishop d7, e6, and just get my stuff out. I think black is at least doing fine. He's no worse.
Yeah.
But
that seems fair.
Let's see what happened in the game. d6, okay, sure. Would love d5, but, you know, nothing wrong with d6. Other than the fact that I didn't take the sound. But, you know, whatever.
Who needs the center?
Who needs it? Knight d2 and bishop e6.
We even have some more moves for you.
Oh, crazy.
We have bishop c4, queen takes queen, pawn takes queen, and that's where we're at.
So, I really don't like what black has done here.
Let's skip back a bit to the beginning. So, here's where we were up to. I mean, it's a good move. It develops. You can't play this, which would be nice. Although, actually, then you just trade queens.
Yeah.
Ignore me. If you couldn't just take it.
So
can't really argue with that.
Bishop c4 seems like a good move as well. Here, I can't condone this decision. I think white will simply be better because now this rook has strong pressure. And
true.
I'm probably gonna like take and play b4. No, I won't play b4 right away.
In fact, if you wanted, you could even go for that. Well, whatever if black plays a nothing move, you could go for something like this, and just
win a pawn.
Yeah, a pawn's a pawn.
A pawn is a pawn. I agree with that. So the move that I'm looking at here for black is this move takes.
Yeah, I don't think you want this to have to capture.
But I mean, even here, I'd probably have to take with the e pawn, or else I do have double isolated pawns, which I mentioned are not great.
True.
There's also.
I worry
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm not sure if this is good at the moment, but at some point, potentially.
I was literally going to say there's also the possibility of d5. We think alike.
Yeah.
Is that playable here? d5? There's check. That's terrible.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can develop the knight.
Yeah, but then I take on c5.
Sure, sure.
And the really annoying thing is you can't play e6 to go after this.
Yeah, and that's a comment I was going to make about this this bishop e6 move, is that it does block this pawn, which is normally, like, it's kind of against opening principles, but it's not generally terrible when you're going to fianchetto the other bishop. But yeah, it seems to, in some lines, it's going to come back and be a little bit awkward.
Yeah, so I think this is good for white. I never feel like opening the A file is the right decision. Here I would have probably taken. Oh no, but then that allows knight takes.
Yeah.
So it seems like bishop e6 in lieu of this response is perhaps not correct, or maybe you have to go d5.
Can I do this?
No,
I suppose you just won't take.
You know what you should do, I think? Oh no, that's confusing. Do you want to be confused?
Always.
This is confusing.
Okay, so if I take here?
I don't know, I didn't really work it out. If you take there, I'll take here. What is this structure?
The double pawns.
And then goes.
I mean, now you have to bring this back.
Something
yeah.
like that. No, this is good for black. I have b5, b4. Bishop takes b8 was a terrible move.
I mean, you don't have b5 because I'll take the pawn.
True.
I'll take c5.
Fine, go knight d7. Don't go b5.
Fine, hang the rook. Bishop g7, castle, then go knight.
Yeah, it's slow. It's very slow.
I mean, maybe I'll just take this anyway.
No, just take here.
Okay. I'll allow it.
You have to. It's my move. Like, what are you playing?
Okay, so here.
Now I go b5.
Advance this, yeah.
Yeah. That was sort of my point.
Mm.
And I have two bishops. I think I'm doing well. I really wish I could play the move e6. But other than that, I'm doing great.
Yeah, as much as I want to be a fan of this bishop, it's really not a very good piece. Like, it's central, but there's nothing to influence. Best of trading it off.
I think actually this bishop is going to be a star because your light squares are very weak. Like, maybe I can play this move and give you a tickle and then play e6. you like that? Give you a tickle?
Oh yeah, big fan. Big fan of the tickle. Seems to work. I mean, okay.
So I think black is slightly better here.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The weaknesses on the light squares, the bishop pair, the pawn structure is not terrible for black, even though it's doubled. It could actually be useful.
Yeah, I'm gonna play b4. I'm gonna organize my b4 break at some point. And then my pawn structure will be very good. I'll have pressure against a2. So there was another line you gave. Excuse me. After bishop c4, I tried d5. You wanted to go queen b5 check?
Yeah, so I was hoping for the trade.
Yeah, but I won't do that.
And then I get to take this. But yeah, you just won't take.
I'll play like knight c6 or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, knight c6.
I'd love to take this, but my bishop's hanging, unfortunately.
Takes.
Yeah, I mean, that's... You got to take the queen, right?
Yeah,
I just drop back, but that drops the pawn as well.
And like, where are you dropping back to? d8, right?
Yeah, that drops a pawn. Like, yeah, it's just shocking. I think you just have to trade.
But then you're down a pawn. You got the position you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps after queen b5, it might be necessary to do this one?
Yeah. Yeah, then you pretty much have to trade queens and then retreat the bishop.
And now I have a great position.
Yeah, this is all similar to what we looked at before. Yeah, this is just
awful.
Unpleasant. Unpleasant.
Or maybe I even get the knight out so you don't get to take it. There we go. I'm not going to let you trade that off. This bishop sucks.
Both the bishops suck.
Yeah, they all suck. How does one compete in the league? I could be interested. Well, you go to the link that I'm posting in chat. That Iago has already posted.
One step ahead. It's actually in the final week.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to that website and click on the 4-5 league, the team league, there's a link there with a mailing list to sign up for an email when the new season starts for registration. There's also on that link the Lone Wolf League, which is a solo league. So this is a team-based. Thanks, Tina. This is a team-based league with 6 players on each team. But there's also the Lone Wolf tournament, which works more like a traditional chess tournament, and that's in its first week of the new season currently. So and you can join that at any time.
Let's catch up with the game because we've been wandering on our own analysis a little bit. So black traded queens. I didn't like this decision. I thought there were better decisions to be made. And then what happened here? He didn't play h6, I don't think.
Let's have a look. Sorry.
cd4. Okay, that's the move we talked about. It looks correct. We don't want to allow white to take and draw this pawn out here where it becomes quite weak, and sometimes we take and we win on a7. So
yep.
That makes
cd4
sense.
E takes, as you suggested. Then we got the bishop trade and the knight recaptured.
Yeah, and white just has a dominating position here.
And then knight bd7 finally.
Yeah, because I was threatening knight b6, actually.
Yeah, that's uncomfortable. This is why we should develop.
If you're careless, you play this. Boom. I'll take a whole rook actually. No, I'll take an exchange.
No. Oh, yeah. You have to save this knight though.
You castle to save the knight.
Yeah.
So it's an exchange.
I was going to play this. Yeah, that's uncomfortable.
It's cute.
This is why connecting rooks is important.
Yeah, really. Or at least guarding them or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, black saw it. Black wasn't gonna fall for my dirty tricks, and played knight bd7. And the point is, I'm guarding the b6 square. You're not putting your knight there. And now I expect some knight f3 or something.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Do you want to go into f3? Where are you headed with that knight? I mean, f3 is fine to start with.
I wasn't really thinking very far ahead. I was just gonna develop my knight. But so you have a good point of asking like where does my knight belong? Squares I have in mind, d3 looks nice for a knight. e4 also looks nice for a knight.
Yeah, so maybe you want to... Yeah, f3 is probably fine.
e2 is probably also fine.
I think f3 is probably the right decision because it gets immediate central control, and then you can reorder it afterwards.
I agree with that. That was sort of my attitude, right? Like I'll play knight f3 and figure out where it's going later.
Yeah, I was sorry to cut you off. I was just thinking of something like this, and if we ever get this knight, and then something like that, just this kind of idea.
And
it's nice to have. I mean, here it drops the pawn, but it's nice to have that central presence.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. You're saying the knight on e2 is less strong.
Yeah, it's a bit too far away.
I agree.
When the position could be opened up.
I totally agree. Here, I have a question. Should white castle? Or should white play for something like king d2?
I would be kind of scared to play that.
To play king d2?
Yeah.
So king d2 immediately you do have to think about that one.
Yeah, because I mean the knight check straight away.
You're actually forced to go to e2 or e3.
Yeah. But then if you go to either of those, maybe I'm just playing d5 and just cementing that knight in.
I would be very happy if you played d5 because you're giving me my pieces access to the e5 square. So I would immediately play knight c to e5. Let's show this with a wasted move. And I'm happy with this. I'm very happy with this. I also have ideas of going c4.
Yeah, maybe a bit ambitious then.
I would be very tempted to play king d2 as white in this position instead of castling.
Can we prop it up with f5 instead?
You can try. f5. f5, a legal move.
Because then I've got this as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that blocks the bishop a bit, so maybe not. But
here, I would play knight d2 and go f3.
You would do that.
I would, yes. I'm not going to let your knight stay on e4 for the rest of the game.
And if I take it, you're going to take with the king.
Probably. Yeah. I'm not thrilled about my king on e3. I have... this is interesting. Is my bishop trapped?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's a trap bishop.
Yeah. Mighty Squirrel spotted it as well in chat. Is that a trap bishop? Yeah. Yeah, it is. So, f5 sneakily setting up the bishop trap. Who knew?
That was my plan all along.
Yes, I know. So I might have to waste a move going like h4.
Always play h4. Okay. This is not the position that we have.
Yes, let's go back.
It's an interesting thing to consider. It's always fun when you can play a king to the middle of the board. I usually do it in much more closed positions than this, though.
After knight f3, black did opt for your idea of knight h5.
Good. I think that's reasonable.
And of course, we're not going to hang our bishop, so we go bishop e3. I assume the idea behind this was to play bishop g7 and open the scope of this bishop.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this knight now, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I wasn't a fan of the move knight h5.
The bishop was fairly terrible where it was.
Maybe black's idea is to go f5 in this position and then return the knight. Claim some space on the king side.
I could go along with that.
I don't know if it's a good idea, but it's an idea.
Yeah, I get a little bit twitchy about this pawn being backwards.
Yeah, I agree.
Because there is some pressure around that area.
Yeah, especially because with the move f5, you've weakened this square on g5. So if I put like my bishop on g5, you start to see the pressure mounting against that.
Yeah, and it also kind of means you don't want to play bishop here because you're just undefending it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about moves like king d2, put this rook on e1, and then I might eventually threaten to actually play knight takes d6. That's far in the future, of course.
Yeah, but it's things to consider, definitely. There's a lot of arrows.
Yeah, we're really on our arrow game today. We're drawing lots of arrows.
f5, knight g5 could be annoying. Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you can lock a piece in on here.
Here, can I do this? This leaves a bad taste in my mouth, and the reason is I'm really opening up the position without developing any of my pieces.
I was gonna say, like, I don't see how to punish it immediately, but it's kind of scary.
Well, actually, I have eyeballs on him.
I was just gonna say it's immediately dropping a pawn.
So not a good idea. Not a good idea whatsoever. Disastrous.
So we had knight h5, bishop e3, bishop g7, castle.
Castles? What is this unambitious play from white?
They weren't listening to the stream.
I know. Terrible. So,
otherwise, they definitely would have gone for it.
Castles. I expect to see the move rook d1. Just a super solid move. Immediately going after this weaker pawn. Also, this pawn cannot move because then the d6 pawn would be hanging.
Yep. Maybe you can push this first.
So,
but you didn't like d5, but
I really don't like d5. No, it's better when the bishop is here, but maybe still maybe bad. You want to go d5?
Want's a strong word. I don't think it's terrible. I think it solves the problem of not being able to push e6.
You can go like here. The thing is, if you take, I'm on this.
Yeah, I don't really want to take.
And this knight is ridiculous.
I mean, that's trap basically. You just force it back.
You give that square.
Yeah.
And actually, that's not the worst square in the world for a knight. Although this pawn will be weak. But yeah, you immediately have to deal with this pawn. You probably have to play a6. But then I play this and a rook and try and take that.
Yeah, and these light square weaknesses aren't going away.
Yeah, this is
dark square.
Bad for black.
Okay.
So after rook fe1, d5, knight e5, what were you planning on playing here? f6? No, you can't do that.
Resign.
Resign? Don't resign.
Yeah. No. Well, you could.
This is playable.
You could play f.
I'm not winning anything immediately.
No, and then if I just play.
and you'll just play that at some point and like live and be slightly worse.
Yeah, it's kind of a static position. There's so many trades gone.
And then I'll play c4 and have a lot of space. And you never want to take, but then I'll play c5. And then do that.
And win.
But here's the thing, what are you doing? Where's your active plan?
For white?
No, for black.
Yeah, black doesn't have one.
That's my point. It doesn't matter how many moves it takes me.
Let's not play d5.
Yeah, rook e1 played as I expected. It's a good move. You're immediately eyeing up this weakness. Here I expect black is going to take some time to think. I think this position is close to critical already for him.
Yeah, don't play d5, whatever you do.
I think
Should we,
play knight f6.
Should we take a look at Ali's game?
Let's go back to Ali's game. That's a good idea.
Aliati.
Aliati. I like that. So how far were we up to? Knight c4, knight d7,
12.
queen e2, f6. Bishop d2 was played, and the knight b6, and we were waiting to see if Ali was going to retreat the knight here.
Knight a5. Interesting.
That is interesting. Not a move we considered. We were, or at least I was vouching for this move, knight e3.
I think knight e3 is a lot more obvious. And
I agree.
The only thing I can see in this position is that you're slowing down the development of the light squared bishop.
I think that's
and maybe you're going to get a tempo on. And you're going to get a tempo. I mean, yeah, but I can play rook b8. And then I guess if we say, oh, in fact, that's what was played.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. That's the only sensible move for black, no?
Yeah. So rook b8. And then I was thinking maybe we could... No, I'm drawing arrows on the wrong board. Do you want to play knight b3 now? Just bring it back? Because then you're kind of setting up this pawn break in the middle.
With a d4?
Yeah, maybe c3, d4.
Yeah, I probably... you've talked me into it. You've talked me into
I mean,
this
I'd castle first.
Which way?
Long, because that's the way that was castled in the game. That was the next move.
Yeah, I was actually interested in this move, long castles. I think this move, knight a5, signals that we're really trying to take advantage of black's lack of development. This slows down the development. You have to play a non-useful move. And then I long castle, and I've got eyes on your queen a little bit. So I can think about playing d4 right away. Don't know if it's good, but I can think about it.
Okay, so then we had long castles, bishop e6.
Bishop e6.
Rook d g1.
That's
going for it.
Not what I expected. But okay.
Not going for the central pawn break.
Yeah, I would have played that. We are hanging a2.
Are we? Can we not play?
We can. We can. We absolutely can.
It's scary.
It's one of those.
Yeah. It's like take it if you dare. Then we have queen d6 and g4.
Sorry, rook dg1, queen d6.
Yep.
Queen d6, really? Okay. G4.
Have we changed? I can't remember what it's called.
Overlays? Yes, we have.
Okay. Just to clarify for the audience, I was asked to provide reminders of this. I'm not just micromanaging. Although maybe micromanaging as well. So yeah. Not going for that pawn.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes. Probably wise. If you take this, oh, that's not how that works. B3. The thing is, I could make this work if I could get my queen on a light square here, probably. But I can't.
Questionable.
Questionable. That one's questionable. I have this move.
Ooh. Yeah.
Sending your
I did
king.
not even see that.
Sending your king away.
That's this is now really awkward to win. I mean, this is forced.
Yeah, and like, I'm not exactly sure how you're going to come and take this guy.
Do you just ignore it?
You might have to.
I mean, how's black attacking?
I'm going to play queen d6. And then I'll put my queen either here or here. Or maybe I'll play bishop here.
Yeah, that was the move that I was looking at.
And that was a pawn.
A pawn is a pawn.
And now your king doesn't feel so safe here.
Yeah, it's a lot faster than White's plan.
Like,
I quite like this for black. I'm not sure it fully pans out, but it doesn't seem bad at the moment.
You can start your plan, and your plan actually comes pretty quick because g5 immediate tension with the f pawn there.
Okay, so then we play this.
Mm-hmm.
I assume you want to come here. You don't want to.
You don't want to do that, I don't think.
Well, you don't want to trade it.
I was thinking you play g5.
Can I just take that?
Take what? Ooh.
You can't take with the bishop because then your knight hangs.
That's
or maybe
true.
you can, but
I would take with the rook. And go rook.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this is very complex. I don't know if the white is better at all. The problem that black has is black isn't really getting at the king, and he's down a piece.
Yeah. I agree. It seems very active at first, but now that we get towards the end of the line, it seems like white's just gonna crash through.
But so
I mean, if you need something like this,
let me that's not what I wanted. B3, A3, check, Queen D6, G4. Bishop B4, G5. What about this move?
okay. I mean, then you have to come back with the knight, right?
You can also take the bishop.
I don't like that.
Because I have a nice slice across the king there.
I was thinking about letting the queen in this way.
That's also dangerous. Yes.
But maybe the queen on its own is not enough, because you can always step up if you trade this dark square bishop, and then the rooks are there, and you're not doing anything against that.
So you drop the knight back. I'm going to take it because my knight is ridiculous. Which way are you taking?
Yeah, no, I think we should take the bishop. I think you're right. I'm not worried about the queen getting in. But I mean, maybe it transposes actually, because now you still have to drop that knight back.
Yes.
Now there's even more pressure here. So you don't really... Do you want to take this way? You definitely don't want to take the other way.
Could be perpetually.
Think about this, it's just terrifying.
That is unpleasant. You might have to go
that's basically
knight
me. Yeah, and then I just double, I guess.
No, I would take this. At least I would calculate taking that.
Am I getting away?
Oh no, it's pinned. No. It's pinned, or it's unpinned.
It's unpinned, yeah.
Okay, maybe this doesn't work. I missed the quick unpin. So yeah, ridiculous. I can't do that. But you're right. I can double.
Yeah, this is still scary. Ooh.
I suppose on this move, you can do something similar. Ah, but it's still pinned.
Here you are still pinned, yeah.
Truth hurts.
Fine gold.
I can also have this idea of going bishop b1.
I mean, here you are threatening mate. Oh no, oh yeah, you are.
Yes, I am. So I threatened to mate, and I also threatened bishop b1. Good luck.
I mean, you can't even stop the mate threat, really.
You can move here.
And then I still play it.
And I have queen d1.
Queen d1, of course.
Always play queen d1. But now
okay, but no, because then... Yeah.
But
Tricky
now you still have queen d1. And I don't know what's going on.
Can I just take that pawn?
Oh yeah, I didn't protect it enough. You're right. So yeah, the queen c3 is a good move. This is totally unplayable. So what did he have in mind after bishop takes a2?
Maybe they just both didn't calculate it, because there's a lot there.
Well, maybe he had this in mind. Maybe he said, "Have my pawn. I'm gonna go with you." Because the fact of the matter is, this pawn isn't gonna lead to mate by itself.
True. Maybe you don't care.
And you know, black can go like.
That's a good point. This is very weakening.
Queen d6. But now exactly, black's not getting in on the dark squares anymore.
I mean, you could maybe play it as a sacrifice.
Bishop a3.
Run out of firepower.
Well, the thing about bishop a3 is I think I ignored it.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to take it.
What about? Say we play this.
No, you're too slow. Go g5 right away.
Okay. Wow.
Don't be scared. g5.
Okay.
We gave a pawn. We gotta make it work.
Okay, you pretty much have to take that.
I would take with the queen, threaten the knight.
I want the queen here though, so I can attack the queen side, the king side, the queen side. Yeah.
I don't like this move.
I was thinking about this.
Oh, that's interesting. Actually, I missed that idea. Maybe I like this idea more now that you've pointed out this knight a5 or knight a4 idea. So okay, yeah, we took. Is black going to take this bishop?
I mean, if you
king d1, only move.
Yeah, see, without the bishop, I don't see what's happening.
I can start to make threats on the other side of the board and develop pieces.
Yeah, the thing I don't like about trying to attack this is that it helps white double, which is what we want to do anyway, kind of.
That's true.
Although this is now undefended, I don't see how you're getting it, because I will just block with the... Actually, I can't block with the bishop because that drops the knight.
Yeah, so what if I play...
About
okay, I have an idea.
Moving this back or something.
Yeah, what if we do that before we let the double happen? So what if we play that immediately? Threat is queen a1, picking up the knight.
Okay, but then I play here.
I do it anyway?
And I can't block with the queen because that drops the knight. The other knight.
And I'm willing to trade queens because I'm up a pawn. Remember?
Yeah, so I remember. This is not so clear.
Yeah, I think bishop takes a2 needed serious consideration. I feel like I don't know how much time black took there. We can't see till after the game, right?
No, that's correct.
Yeah, because that was very sharp, but not played. Black opted for a more solid approach. This pawn's still hanging, by the way. We can still take it.
Yeah, true. And I think that line definitely warrants further analysis. by anyone who's interested to learn.
Yeah.
Because it's an interesting resource.
And,
but instead we had g4.
And okay, Black's idea behind Queen d6 is now clear. He's playing this. So sort of similar to some lines we were looking at earlier.
And White ignores it.
Yeah, like we were talking about. It makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, what's your threat?
I can take this.
Yeah, so all the stuff we had before.
Oh, well, the thing is, we were looking at this in the lines with b3 and check. So it's a little different now. Like now takes, there's no check going on. And White did play slower than me. Mighty Squirrel, you just registered for the Lone Wolf. You're not going to play the first round. I can guarantee you that because pairings come out at the start of the round, so you were not paired for the first round. But you'll get a pairing on Monday for the second round.
Yeah, just make sure you register for the Slack, and you'll see everything on there. But yeah, round 2.
I'm taking this pawn if I'm Black. I don't know, man.
There's a pawn's a pawn. I'm gonna keep saying it. This attack is scary.
It's not just a pawn. It's like the a2 pawn when you queenside castled. That's a real pawn. That's like a very, very pawny pawn.
How scared are you of White's attack?
Less scared than I should be. I consistently underrate attacks. But like, here's the thing. Okay, what are you gonna play as White? G5?
Sure.
I'm eyeballing this move Queen C5.
Okay, the same idea as we had before. Okay, so now we looked at bishop takes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we also looked at knight c4, I think.
See, here I think you have a problem because knight b3 is very bad, I think.
This is the difference, yeah, because we haven't played b3.
But
so you can't go to c4 with that backing up.
Yeah.
Of the 2 pawns.
And this knight is hanging, addressing the obvious. So like you have to do something. Maybe you play Queen d2. But then I'm up a pawn.
Yeah, but I have an attack.
Oh, I'm not up a pawn.
I can win the pawn back.
Yeah, I'm not up a pawn.
You have to take with the rook.
Aha!
Ah. Okay. Well, I want to keep this pawn.
You would. You greedy little man.
Actually, maybe I don't.
Are you getting mated?
I mean, this is pretty scary now. This is forced.
Knight takes b2 probably, or maybe even b5.
I was thinking about this.
That hangs the c6 pawn.
Oh, I was going to use that as well. That's a shame. Can we?
You can try. King a3.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's there.
This is really close to mate. Like
close but no cigar.
No, hold on. That's mating. That's mating. No, I don't have d7. I thought I had mate. Also, you can block on c6.
Even if you did go to d7, I'd come back to b3.
You could also do that. Fine. I'm terrible at chess. I get it.
But it's fun.
Yeah, that's something.
This idea. Maybe I just play this. Although this is kind of scary.
Well, we did give a piece here. We were ambitious. We were very ambitious.
Ambitious / wrong. Yeah.
But we don't have to give that piece. We can. Oh, okay. That was where we gave the piece. We go b5. No, we don't go b5.
No.
We go knight d2. And lose the knight probably.
That's But how?
Rook b1.
Yeah, but then this
King b3.
is covered by the bishop.
God, this is ridiculous. How can this hold? I guess I have c5 check coming. Of all things.
But then is the king safe here?
Well, I don't care if the king's safe. I'm up a ton of material. I'm up 3 pawns. I just want to hold my material.
I'm just worried about losing this, though.
Because I could probably lose that and be fine. I'll go... Oh, I won't do that. I was going to play b6, but then I hung c6.
Oh, that's almost a really cool mate. Say you don't take back.
That's pretty.
But you would take back, wouldn't you?
Probably.
Makes a lot more sense.
You know me. Here I go b6 though.
Can I? Oh. Okay.
Yeah, this was my idea.
I mean, this is defended.
I know.
You're just up. Oh no, you've lost the piece again.
I've lost the piece, but I have 4 pawns. That's a lot of pawns for a piece. But yeah, this is probably playable for black. I would consider this playable. Anyway, we've wandered again. Let's see.
Yeah, this is what everyone likes, though.
When we wander.
Calculation.
So I want black to accept the challenge. He's not accepting the challenge. He played knight d7. I think accepting the challenge is very dangerous for white.
I think not challenging as black is dangerous, because those G and H pawns are kind of scary.
Yeah, Ali's actually choosing to attack in a different manner. He's going to play h5, assuming he will play h6 and then g5, something like that. That doesn't make sense to me. Talk to me about this move.
I am terrible at this kind of pawn break where you've got sort of evenly balanced, or even not evenly balanced. It always seems to end up that when I'm attacking, they get locked in a structure, and when I'm getting attacked, they just fall apart.
I have a feeling that the idea is, well, clearly the idea is to throw in an h6 at some point.
But can you throw in g5 first?
So the thing I'm looking at is if g5. I understand the idea. I think the idea is that g5 will have to be met by takes, because if you don't, then I go g6.
But then h6.
And I'll probably throw a bishop at it.
Yeah.
Although if you take my bishop, I can't throw a bishop at it.
Yeah, that's one thing that I know, is that 2 pawns with no others around, like, if this pawn was here, if you push one, the other person pushes the other, and then it's locked. So
I just feel like I would be willing to give a piece to open this up.
Yeah, with those rooks there, it's prime. I mean, look at all these pieces there, just.
I would rather
helping.
Give my knight, I think, though. The other thing is this knight is useless. So Ali is attacking with not all his pieces. This knight is not doing anything.
How are you getting it back? You want to play knight b3?
Well, but that's so slow. I just feel like Black's got to take this.
You sound so hurt that he hasn't.
Like, well, you have to attack.
I'm not sure
White
what
do
they were
everything
doing
for
with the
free.
move.
If White gets a free attack, then he'll figure it out. He'll make it work if he has as much time in the world as possible. I want to play moves like, well, maybe Queen c5 is good here too. No, but Queen c5 is less strong with the a pawn existing. Because if I go Queen c5, you have Knight b3. And the point is, before I could take this because the c pawn would be pinned. But I can't take this when the a pawn can take back. I mean, I can take it, but it's not winning anything.
Yeah.
I'm very sad.
Ali says in his chat, he said bishop takes d2, queen takes d2, bishop takes a2. I'm not sure what position he's talking about, but it seems to work so far. Knight h4.
It's this one, because he just played h5.
Yep. Are you following? Knight
yes,
h4?
yeah. I put it on the board.
b6.
b6.
Knight f3. And knight f5, sorry. And then knight takes c6. Oh, queen e6, sorry. And knight takes c6.
So that's sacking a piece. Because knight e7 check at the end.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Well, but here's the thing. I think Black does not gain from taking here. Black gains from building the pressure, starting with bishop takes a2, and then with queen c5.
The only thing is that maybe they will have to take on d2, although probably not in this exact position.
Yeah, you have no immediate threat.
You're going to be so happy.
Bishop takes a2?
Yeah. 15 bishop takes a2.
I would have liked 12 bishop takes a2, but I will accept this.
Okay, maybe we'll get to see some of those lines.
The thing is, I think this is a little bit less strong because the knight has gone to d7. So the knight can potentially retreat itself to c4 and be safe.
Agreed.
For example, if I got to move again and go queen c5, I could go takes, and knight c4.
That drops a pawn, does it not?
No, the queen guards it.
Oh no, the queen. Yep, I counted that, just forgot that it adds one. Okay.
And the other thing is, we no longer have this cool knight a4 idea that you had.
Yeah, it was useful.
Because
you want pieces near the king.
Yeah, it builds pressure on these dark squares. Like, say takes, and knight c4, you could go like bishop takes and then like knight a4 and just really put pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing that I haven't mentioned that is a benefit of this move is these pawns can move.
That's true. Maybe it's slow.
I think it is slow. I think if your plan is to go b5, b4, b3, I'll mate you somehow. I'll figure out some way to mate you.
I think we should have a look at the other game, which
Sounds
is now
good,
move
sounds
22.
Let me change the overlay.
Oh.
And let's go. Where were we? What was going on?
We were on.
Oh, we were very disappointed. Oh no, this was not the line. We were very disappointed that in both sides castling. And here, after rook e1, we were wondering how Black was going to respond to the pressure against his weak e pawn. And
we had knight b6. Ignoring.
Knight b6 is interesting.
Let's get all the moves in.
Yeah, go.
So bishop g5.
As I expected.
f6,
Okay.
which we discussed. Bishop d2 all the way back.
Yep.
Knight takes c4. B takes e5, g4, e5, g4, knight f4, bishop takes f4, e takes f4,
Rook d6,
rook e6,
or rook e6, yeah.
e6, rook f d8, rook e7, rook f8, change their mind, rook takes b7, rook f7, rook takes f7, king takes f7.
This position's awful for black. And this doesn't surprise me. There's no easy way to deal with this pressure on the e file. Like, white has pressure down a bunch of files, and black has no pressure on anything. So it doesn't surprise me that black is falling apart here. Knight b6, probably... I mean, we couldn't come up with anything. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's tough.
So this is probably as good a try as any, but after bishop g5, it sucks. It really sucks, but you gotta play f6. And that's not a move you wanted to play. Well, the problem with f6 is twofold. First of all, now your bishop is ridiculous. And second of all, now your knight is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a sad concession to make.
After bishop g5, can we go like takes e6?
I mean, that also drops this pawn, but
well,
I was thinking instead of... Sorry?
How are you like taking
this?
Oh, yes. That's true. I missed that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a cool little motif with bishops and rooks.
I've seen that in a Benoni position before. But yeah, that's good.
So yeah, I was also looking at this straight away.
I get my knight out. No?
Oh yeah, and then I'm down a point.
Or maybe
I got a pawn and a rook for 2 pieces, which is not great.
I'll take that one instead. You should take the rook. You have no other choice.
Yeah, I was just looking at whether I could trap that knight, because I want to cover this square.
That's fair point actually. I might have been ambitious.
Maybe if I go here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Planning this.
It's a fair and valid point that I've overextended my knight. So okay, but
yeah, you can get a piece you don't have to take this. You can just retreat, and then you get 2 pieces for a pawn and a rook, which is decent.
Yeah, I would be happy to play this position as black or as white. As black, considering how bad my position was before this.
Yeah, this is an escape.
So yeah.
Okay, so instead, yeah, but takes.
Yeah, and then
you still have to play f6.
Yeah, because I was wanting to play e6 here, but it doesn't work. Doesn't work because of nice tactics by something pretentious. So f6 forced, very unfortunate. Bishop d2. I like this move a lot. We're keeping this file clear. Takes. I guess if you put your knight on b6, you should probably take on c4. e5. If I grovel, am I losing? Probably. No, that doesn't work at all. The knight is trapped.
Yeah,
f6.
that's a problem.
f6.
That's a problem. Yeah.
So after e5, he has to support the f4 square and protect the e pawn. That's the only way to do it.
Yeah, it's a nice find though.
It is a nice find. That keeps the game alive. Otherwise, the game is just over, like really over.
And it kind of brings this bishop it's almost on its way to influencing the game again. Even though there's pawns on the diagonal, at least something's happening.
It's a good move. That's a good move. That's a salvaging move. G4 anyway, because we're going to damage the structure. And this rook is ridiculously active.
That's the thing. It's a good move, but I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, because here, this pawn is hanging. You can't play b6 because I take there. The a file suddenly coming to life. If you bring this rook here, I take here. If you bring this rook here, well then you put your rooks on a8 or b8, and I go like rook d7.
That's upsetting. Yeah.
And you can go bishop f8. You can, but what are you doing with your life? Let's look at that.
I really want to double on the file, but it's difficult when the bishop controls that entry square. Double on the rank, rather.
Yeah, I understood. I have to get my knight in the game here. I should play this. Put my knight here.
Yeah, gang up.
Because that's going to hit that and that. That's going to be really unpleasant. You might have to go f5. But then I'll take king g2.
Yeah.
So
this, in fact, this is worse than that, I think, because you don't even have to go after that. You can just.
No, he played correctly, I think. Where here he just sacrificed the b7 pawn in order to take this rook off of the 7th rank.
Yeah.
I don't have this, right? Because of takes.
Yeah, no, that's just losing a rook.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, rook takes f7, sure. King takes f7, and I'm a pawn. It's not clearly winning though.
Yeah, there's so few pieces. I want to get my king active. I want to get these pawns rolling.
What if I play like this move, rook a6?
Just king over.
Mm-hmm. And I'll bring the knight around as per the usual.
Okay, I guess I might have to bring the king over again and play bishop here.
You're gonna hang that pawn then?
Yeah, and I really don't want to. Too many areas. I really don't want to bring the king here.
Why not?
This.
Oh yeah, the pin. So rook a6 looks like a good move here.
Yeah, that's active.
You can play this move.
And then we have the knight reroute.
But in this, you can never move this rook. Awful.
You could. Oh no, because it's with check.
Yeah, it's awful. It's terrible. Okay, we've had some of this. Oh, interesting. Instead of rook a6, the white player chose to start with d5, eliminating the king coming up and not allowing black to play d5.
I was going to suggest that for neither of those reasons, but instead to get this knight into such a nice outpost.
That's a reason I didn't even think of. And
we each get half.
Annoyingly, black wants to play this move rook c8, but again, it's hanging with check.
Yeah.
That's awful.
I mean, this is basically lost.
h5 played. Rawr.
Mind reader. I was going to say maybe you can get something going on the queen side, but on the king side, why do I get that wrong?
Because you're bad at chess.
I don't think so, though. I think you can pretty much just ignore it. You can take it and then ignore them.
Well, but black played g5. That was his point.
I mean, yeah, but I want to go here anyway.
I know. He did. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I don't think black has good ideas. There is no good idea. Because after bishop f8...
I was going to say that's really harsh. You don't think that are good ideas, yeah.
I'm not going to put my knight here. I'm actually going to play knight here, I think.
Yeah. And then...
wins another pawn.
This.
Knight c7, yeah. Well, on knight c7 you have rook c8, and you actually do get vague activity.
Yeah. You can't take... Let's just show this. You can't take this.
Well, here I wasn't sure.
Maybe you can.
But I was going to say on knight a6, there's just this, actually. Because Rook A8, you're not accomplishing anything. I just go B4.
Yeah, that's true. This is less clear. I was thinking the bishop could attack, but wrong color and really far away.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So not this one.
Yeah, but just take on C4.
Yeah.
So I don't like this for white. I feel like black got like vague activity. I feel like in this position, black does not deserve even the vaguest of activity.
So do you think maybe this is better?
Here
we can come in here, and
yeah,
that has the same effect.
It's really unpleasant. Again, you can't move the rook. You can't move your king. I mean, you can, but where?
I mean, this is forced now.
Yes, probably.
Or even the
A5.
That. Yeah. But then this.
It's just A4, and now you have a pass pawn. I actually don't want you to have a pass pawn.
Yeah, but I might just come back and win it.
That's possible. It's very possible.
Like this.
But now it's not. There's
I
no.
suppose you have to attack it.
There's no check anymore, so like the rook can go wandering maybe. Oh.
And then I'm coming here.
Yeah, why did you do that to me? That was awful. Have mercy. I have a family.
This is horrendous. Yeah, I think I prefer knight e6.
You prefer white in this position?
I prefer knight e6.
But you also prefer white.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So after bishop f8, the white player went with instead b4. Just getting this chunk of pawns rolling. He's got a nice chunk of pawns. F5 played. White said, nom 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 nom. And then he just went back and said, what was the point? I want a pawn.
I mean, there's an entry square now.
For the king?
For the king, but... I mean, if you ever step in, I'm just going to check you, probably.
Where's the entry square? My knight's got it. Oh, this square.
But I'm just going to check you.
Yeah, and like, what are you doing?
And infiltrate. Yeah, you have to go back.
The one consequence of this is that with the king on the 6, ooh. Please.
It doesn't win anything.
Yeah, but still. it like, pains me to look at. Besides, I'm going to win this pawn.
I'm just... No. I'm just going to run the...
the
H pawn.
Yeah, that's good too. This all wins. 94, king e5. Yeah, so the other thing I was going to say is, with the king on the 6th rank, this is no longer going to be checked, so I can dream of having an active rook. Maybe I can play this.
Can I play the same as before?
With knight c6? You can.
Oh, the same idea.
No, I'll do this.
See, this is active. I think that's a reasonable pawn sacrifice by black. I'm not sure white should have taken it.
And wait, has this all... This line literally happened in the game. We got rook c6, rook c8, knight c6. Okay, black changed the move orders, but this was the same idea I had. Black played f3. This was my idea to try and like create a back rank threat. So it takes rook e8, and I assume white's going to play rook a1.
You could play h3.
I could. Do I want to play h3?
Kind of.
Maybe.
I mean, rook back's so passive.
Yeah, but where's your rook entering?
I was thinking about something like this, and if we move the king, maybe our bishop has some life.
So, rook
but
a1.
I mean, if the rook ever comes...
You have a problem.
Yeah. Yep.
So, rook a1, I think this is maybe a better try, but I just do the same thing, actually.
And then I'm threatening to win this.
Well, if I take that...
Yeah, then all your pawns are going.
But now, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go king f1, rook e1. So okay, white responded in a way that neither was talking about. Rook e8. He went king f1.
Yeah, active king. And as you were saying in your lines, you want to play king f1 potentially at some point in a way.
Rook e4.
Going after the h pawns.
Well, he's first going after this pawn, first of all. And then and now he goes after the h pawns. That's correct.
Okay, so now
you should probably take this.
Probably.
But then maybe he takes there actually.
I actually I was thinking about rook h7, but it's not good.
You know what I do? I would play king g1.
And then this.
And then
you just take. Yeah.
So after king g1, maybe you go here.
Renewing. Okay.
But we can transpose back to our original line. And this side I thought was just so simply winning for white. My next two moves will be king f1 and rook e1.
On king f1, are we just playing? Is he just playing rook h4 again?
So say bishop g7, king f1, rook h4. Now I think I'll play.
Because now you've got the skewer to worry about as well. Okay, and then if I take, you're just taking here.
Yeah.
And then I take this.
Your problems.
Yeah, I mean it's lost. It's been lost for a while.
Yeah, it's just that's really the end all be all. It's just lost. Rook h4. White said, "Have him." I've got a pass pawn. It's a reasonable thing to say. What happens?
Yeah,
if
this rook's.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say this rook's so cut off.
The black rook?
Yeah. And the bishop, actually. They're no help at all.
Yeah, so if you take here, I'm just going to take this. And be winning again.
You literally can't stop this.
Yeah. So we saw instead g4. Now that's maybe a threat. I don't know. I don't even know if that's a threat.
Do I just go back?
Yeah, now your rook can't move.
Now your rook's stuck.
And after takes, like, b6. Ridiculous.
And then this.
No,
you might
play h3.
Oh, no, you can just come back.
Rook h5. But
okay.
Here you can go h3. You have nothing here.
Yeah, I was just desperately looking for something, but there's nothing.
So, let's go back to the alley game, because that game is going to be more competitive, I think.
Yeah, I was looking at this.
I have king g3.
But I think you can just play here, yeah.
I can even now play like knight f3 at some point. Probably.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at the other game then.
Ali. Where did we leave them? Oh, we left them after the bishop takes a2 exclam. And I begin to have threats. I would have liked to see this before the move knight d7, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. Bishop takes a2, knight h4.
As given in Ali's line.
Queen c5.
Yes.
In your line.
Very good.
Bishop takes b4. Queen takes. Knight c4. Bishop takes. D takes. And then b5.
b5?
Yeah. So that's opening up this rook, potentially.
Yeah, you might want to play c5, actually.
Then we have knight f5.
Oh, brave.
I don't care about your mate threats. B takes c4.
Understandable.
C3, defending laterally, nice. Queen a4.
And also understandable. Yeah, this is gonna hurt, isn't it?
I don't see. So I guess the idea is queen a1,
Rook
king
b2.
up, rook takes.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt a lot.
Yeah, because then you're taking with check. I was thinking you hang your queen as well, but no.
No, this one's not gonna be pretty.
Yeah. Okay, so king b1.
Winning. Oh, there's king
b1.
b1. Of course. Silly me.
And that's where we're up to at the game.
King b1. If I were the black player, I would be whipping out rook b3 probably. Or no, just say rook takes b2.
Yeah. Although then you're giving two rooks for the queen.
It's interesting.
I think that's probably a bit too much material, especially when you can play slowly.
No. This is not too much material. Your king is too weak.
With just the queen? I suppose you're getting that knight.
I'm going boom boom. Stop me.
Boom boom.
You can do one of these. But then your other rook will be unprotected.
Yeah, you got to worry about that skewer.
You can go rook c1. I have at least perpetual.
No. Don't play rook c1.
Yeah, rook c1, you might be in trouble.
Yeah, rook c1, you're saying if you can't find anything better than the perpetual.
Yeah.
But you will.
So after rook b2, there is mentionable is king b2. But I think this runs into the same line.
Yeah, this will, or even.
You should go to d2, otherwise it's mate.
Yeah.
And you take with check.
Check.
But again, that is two rooks for the queen. But I'm grabbing there.
Maybe I run this.
Yeah.
This one.
I wonder if there are mate threats against my king. Is that possible?
As white or as black?
As black. Like, am I possibly getting mated? Could maybe there be some rook b1 silliness? My knight has got that square actually.
Yeah, I don't see it because I'm really worried about this and this.
Well, you can take on e4 immediately if it's not unguarded.
Yeah, I want the knight though because I want to mate you.
Yeah, but right now I'm going to take with check if you don't do anything.
True.
I'll take my 4 pass pawns. They're not great pass pawns.
the triple isolated.
But okay.
Rare to see in the wild.
So rook takes b2 I think is playable here. And I think you have to play queen takes and play this position, where at least you've sent the knight into Siberia.
Yeah, I think this is probably still going to be winning for black, because there's a lot of...
Yeah, because white wants to play something like h6, but then I'm going to win the c3 pawn with check. Also,
yeah, I think even though the
G6.
knight's quite a long way away, I think you're still getting mated.
Yeah, h6, g6. So rook b2 is playable, but also not forced. Very playable. It's totally possible to play slowly.
Yeah, and even like once you've doubled, there's nothing.
Well, here's the thing. Does doubling threaten anything that rook takes b2 didn't?
All I can think is maybe you want to slide a rook over, and then this would be mate.
The other thing I was thinking was you could double and then play queen a3.
Yeah. Or you could take this. But that doesn't really do anything. Yeah, queen a3 is decent.
Could be dangerous.
Oh, I suppose you've got this and then this idea.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
that
no,
gets
I
taken.
just take that. I just take that.
Well, we're giving black too many moves. Here, Articon is spending his time. He only has 5 minutes left, but I think this is the place to spend your time.
I don't see a defense. Yeah.
Also possible.
But you want to be right.
Is this one?
Yeah.
That's a square and a half for a knight to be. Like, that's how you get mated. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Basically anything for black is good here.
You have to, I think you have to try and mate for white.
But it's too slow.
There's nothing with 97.
Don't you just come up?
You can, but then you came up.
But you can't get at it.
Yeah.
And this is hanging. And it basically just has to go back.
Knight c5. Maybe I give the exchange.
Yeah, I was looking at that, but then that's sad. And you're getting mated still with the rook ideas.
Yeah.
The only other thing I was looking at was something like this, although probably not in this position.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. But,
and if you take, maybe I go here.
Yeah, the thing is, I was thinking, can I go king h8 and say...
Do your worst.
Yeah, like after king h8, what's your follow-up? How are you mating me? g5?
Yeah. I mean, this and pray you don't see the smothered mate and don't take my queen.
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah. But if you weren't to take the queen, then smothered.
Oh yes, if I weren't. Yeah, you just take the knight anyway.
Oh no, that's cool. If we go here, motifs.
Oh.
But yeah, you just take the hanging queen, so it's kind of irrelevant.
Yeah, but
I don't think we can get to this diagonal anyway.
Ooh. Not happy. Not happy. In the game.
Ooh.
h6 played.
And then Alicontis has said, "Oh, no play for me now." Which is true, but I don't think it was needed. Maybe we'll see something afterwards.
I guess, my original reaction was unhappiness, but now that I have a second to think about it, it's probably a really good move.
When you've got 5 minutes left, maybe you don't want to get caught by anything.
The only thing that this does allow is knight e7 to g6.
But you, I mean, I want to get my rook away from there anyway.
From f8?
Yeah.
The thing is, I would really want to play rook b8.
Yeah, you have to spend an extra move.
And the knight on g6 is a good piece. I don't know if I would go out. I might go to h7.
Yeah, but then there's stuff like this.
Yeah, I'll go to g8 when I need to.
I don't go back.
What?
You're not threatening it. Can I go here?
It's legal.
Threatening mate in 3?
Is it really?
Oh no, can you just go back?
It's threatening a perpetual.
I'm not sure it even is. Okay, pass.
Knight g6. 97. Oh, maybe it's not. It's complicated. Well, so you need to make a different nothing move then.
Yeah.
You're right. I think king f7 must be best there.
I mean, this was loose already.
Yeah, so that's why here we have to we either have to protect the knight or we have to play king f7 or in the earlier variation. I think you're right. After knight e7, we go king f7.
I think it's double-edged playing h6. It stops the pawn breaks, but it's kind of airy still.
Yeah. I would have liked to just play forcefully on the king side. Although we didn't see anything that was clearly conclusive. Here after knight g6. I guess there's this and takes ideas.
Knight takes?
Well, yes. But the point is it sort of fixes your knight on d7. So I'll go queen f3. No, I won't. That's in the other position too.
Yeah, this is...
I can play king h7. You go queen f3, takes.
And this?
Yeah, I'm mating, aren't I?
Yeah. Are you?
I sort of assumed I was, but let's figure it out.
I'm not
A1.
sure even rook check is right, first of all.
Well, if I'm not going rook check, I'm not getting my rook in the game. Because after check, the king runs.
Yeah, okay.
So king c1, queen a1 must be. You have to go to d2, or else it's mate.
But then rook check? Or this?
Well, no, because you're going to have to e3. And I don't... Oh, no, I can take on c3 there. So I'm going to go rook.
Oh.
No, rook check blocks the queen.
Yeah, the queen check is better.
I think you're right.
And then here, if you were to play here...
Takes.
This is really bad.
That's getting mated probably, right? Or no, you're just losing the queen.
At the best, you're losing the queen, yeah.
So after king d2, queen b2, you can step down. Don't have to go up.
Yeah.
King d1. Check.
I would maybe step back there.
To e2?
e2. Because then maybe you can get out and hide. I mean, you've sacked a rook.
That's true.
But I was thinking instead of this, maybe we play... Ooh, where did we go?
You have to go to d1.
Yeah. This.
I'm mating you, probably? If I had to guess, white is mating. You're going to make me prove it. If you go to h7, I have at least perpetual.
True. I'm just trying to see if this is probably too slow.
Oh, you're losing. No way.
Yeah.
Well, I say that.
I mean, you've got this.
Yeah, I've got two moves is the problem. You're not threatening.
Yeah,
check.
you got to come in all the way. Okay.
But here, after king g8, am I mating? Probably. No, maybe you go to h7 there.
Yeah, so this will be the perpetual. Oh, not that one. This one would be the perpetual.
That's absolutely perpetual.
But
on king g8, I think I can mate.
If you go back, then I get this with one move.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, I think black will probably have some sort of perpetual here. Like, I would be surprised if black had no perpetual here. Exactly. You stay on the diagonal of c3 and just go queen. Oh, you don't have queen b2 check.
No. So I was looking at this, but I mean,
then
that's not good.
So
I don't think black has something. Because you've got the zigzag.
I've got an idea. I've got that square. Am I mating? I'm mating. That's mating. Rook A1 mate.
Yep. Okay. Maybe white takes the perpetual.
Yeah, really. So that's something. But after knight e7, king f7, queen f3, we don't have to go hog wild and sack that rook.
Yeah, maybe we just double.
Rook b6 has 2 threats, I think, because I think you're threatening maybe rook a6.
That's not mate though.
It's true, it's not mate. So let's go rook b6 here and see what you do about it.
There's interesting ideas with checking here and then coming back up, and then threatening the rook mate. But I think the king escapes.
So here I think white should play this. And threaten takes. But you probably can't, right? You just get mated. Oh wait, we forgot to play knight g6 in this variation. Knight g6 is required. It's just required. Because otherwise the knight hangs.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And here we can do a similar variation. And here it's different, because I can't go here. I'm probably losing.
We should be careful making predictions.
I say that, right?
You can't step up because you get mated.
But I step back to e8.
And then rook check.
Oh, on e7, you have that. I step back to g8.
Sack the rook.
That's not winning.
Yeah, no. This is too slow.
No, you have a knight e7 perpetual.
Don't you go into the corner? Oh yeah,
knight g6.
That's where the perpetual is.
Oh, wait, no. Knight e7, go in the corner. Knight g6, king h7. This might not be perpetual.
Oh, I really want the rook sack to work, but it just doesn't.
So what happens if you just do like this?
This?
I'm up a knight. You gave me a knight. Oh, goodness. None of this is relevant.
G5.
Yeah. So we've just analyzed to death what happens after knight e7 check. But g5 played.
The other game is finished, by the way.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I won't spoil it.
You won't spoil it? Thanks. I don't know, does anything change in this variation? Yeah, actually, something does. Because I'll take here, and you have problems. So you do have to address... Well, not immediately. I'll go...
Oh, and then you'll take, yeah.
I'll take on h6 or something. Well...
take on f6.
You take on f6? Your choice.
Yeah, I'd rather take on f6.
So I will win this with check. But that might not be good enough. Well, now I'm going to win this with, not with check, maybe. But then it's perpetual.
If it's not with check, though.
Well, but if you go here, then I'll do this, and I'll literally perpetual you.
Yeah.
But as black, I don't want a perpetual. I want to win.
Yeah, if you take... Did you mean to go back that far?
Yes, because after rook b2, that line was very forced. So this is a critical point. Doubling is probably too slow.
Yeah, I mean, here I would just take h6.
Yeah, and this was my point.
Rook takes. Sack the rook.
Where?
h7. I don't know.
No, h7. Sacking the rook on h7 is wrong. Sacking the rook on g8 is interesting.
Okay, take the knight.
Take the knight?
Because you're not actually threatening me.
Oh, that's a good point.
And now I can come down to d2.
You dirty man. Okay, I have a better idea. Oops, not that one. That was not my better idea.
We have moves, by the way.
I'm gonna do this. Okay, we have moves.
Okay. No, it's fine. I won't spoil your fun.
So what I was gonna do is takes here, check. If you take the knight, I'll go rook a3.
That's threatening. Yeah.
I guess you have king. You have king c1.
I mean, that's forced.
I'll win the queen and the rook in the corner. But then maybe there's problems.
Well, I don't think there's problems. I think this is winning for black.
Yeah, probably. So rook b3 is an idea, but okay, that wasn't played. What was played? fg5. That's sensible. That's a very sensible move. fg5, queen to d2,
Queen d2
on the knight, and he went for this. He went for this rook b2 variation.
Yeah.
He's won a pawn over here. It's not the silliest thing in the world.
And now there's no knight business.
Yeah.
Really.
There's nothing funky going on.
Yeah, we had queen takes.
And we're threatening to come for this pawn again, as in all of these. I actually like this decision because the king side is sort of locked up now, and I'm up 3 pawns. Granted, they're not the world's best pawns, but like 3 pawns is 3 pawns. I can do a lot with 3 pawns. I have a feeling I'm only going to need one of them.
Yeah, I mean, this is. It looks worse than the lines we looked at. Worse for white, that is.
Yeah, because black closed the king side.
Black's just safe. Black's
he has
just
no
safe
counterplay. Yeah.
Given how close we were thinking the other one was, but still probably better for black.
I'm gonna go knight.
I think this is better for black.
Yeah, look at this knight coming in. I mean, that was available in the other variations, but I thought white would like get counterplayed in the time it took me to make 3 moves. Here, I don't think white's gonna really get any counterplay because f4 never works.
That's just. Yeah, this is just black.
Yeah, black is winning. Wolfram EP says rook c1 is forced, but I have a hard time believing that. You go rook c1.
I guess to defend this.
Yeah,
but got a perpetual.
But you're gonna have issues.
But just bring the knight in.
You're gonna get mated when this knight lands here.
Maybe you have to play this and then this.
I'm on this rook.
You are, and that will be mate.
So king b1.
Yep. I mean, this is just. There's
cruel.
nothing to say. This is one.
This is cruel. You can't. You have to move the rook, I think. But actually, I'm gonna skewer him off.
GG.
GG, well played. Yeah, so rook c1 played. I'm expecting knight d7. Or sorry, queen b3, followed by knight d7. I don't see how you stop my knight maneuver. Maybe your knight has to play? How does your knight play? Oh, look, I left some arrows for me, in case I forgot.
He can play this.
I don't think I wanted to go to f7 because I'm allowing this with check.
Okay,
like
sure.
why don't I just play to h8, 7 or h8?
It makes no difference. I wasn't going to take that.
You
I
have
was going to play this.
Oh, I thought you were going to play that. No, that loses the knight. Just kidding.
Yeah, I was going to play this.
Mm-hmm. If I really want, I can take this.
Can you just play this, threatening mate?
Rook b1.
Rook b1.
That too.
That's not mate.
Yeah, it's not mate. But I'm going to take this with the knight, and that's going to hurt.
Yeah.
You have rook b2. It doesn't look instantly losing. I had better there. I can do better than that. Knight a4. You played rook c2. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, that's uncomfortable. I mean, I can play this. It's basically going to transpose, but we don't have that pawn anymore.
That's a good move.
No,
yeah, queen a4, exactly.
It's the same, but I don't have that pawn anymore. Oh, we didn't have the pawn last time.
So, okay, let me look at that again. Rook c2. Hold on. You played knight b4. I didn't believe in this move, and I'm not sure knight a4 is the way to punish them. First of all, I can take that. So, no, I have this. You lose. You just lose.
Okay.
You can't block. You get forked.
So we had rook c1 played.
Yeah. Is the knight? there's a
no knight move yet.
Or no, he repeated once. He repeated once. That's fine. He won a time. That's a good grandmaster strategy.
So rook c1, queen b3 check. King a1.
Okay, queen b3 check.
After.
Yeah.
I
just had to find it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is happening?
Okay. And then queen a3 check.
We repeated once.
B1, queen b3 check, king a1.
So that's good.
Knight a6.
That's just as good as knight d7. It's going to the same square.
Rook h d1.
Yeah,
interesting.
He's going for counterplay.
Yeah, I suppose you got to, but
I just don't see it. You have nothing. Knight c5.
Queen a3 check.
Oh. King b1.
King b1, queen b3 check. This is why they've got like 8 minutes each now.
Yeah, that's good. That's good play from him. That's good play from
King a1, knight c5, rook d8 check, king f7.
Why not king h7? You've nothing.
Active king.
You've nothing after king h7, and I'm simply mating you.
It's so upsetting that rook b1 is just met by queen a3 mate.
I know, right?
I want to get the skewer and the double on the. That's just.
But okay, king f7.
It's cruel.
I guess you can't play knight d6 check because I just have king e7 and like rip your pieces.
Yeah, Frad the Impaler, king h7. That's what Quirk wants as well.
But I think this is fine.
They both look pretty safe.
Like, you can't do anything.
All I would say is that once the knight moves, you've got this check. But that also doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, then I'll go to h7. Oh, no I won't. I'll figure it out.
You could just step forwards. Oh, but then you take the pawn with check.
Which pawn?
G7. G7. Oh, that hangs the rook.
No, I'll step forward to f6.
Say.
So say. First off, white has to make a move, which is not clear what he's doing.
Yeah, you kind of want to leave this here.
I think you have to play rook d7 check.
That hangs it.
I know. But, like, I still know what to do.
Can you just go here, wait for him to move the knight?
I'll go queen a3.
Cry.
This really hurts. The rook d7 check doesn't really accomplish anything. I go king f6. Well, I guess maybe I can claim that I'm not getting mated. Am I not getting mated? That's a claim I can make. You're getting mated. That's mate, right? Yeah, that's mate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brutal.
The desperate scramble for counterplay. But there is none.
There is none, yeah. This is a well-played game from Black. I think Ali was definitely over-ambitious. Like, I feel like he could have just played King B1 at any moment and not allowed any of this.
Yeah, I mean, hindsight's 2020.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's a common motif. Maybe he thought it was fine.
I just feel like Black comes very quickly after that.
Yeah, it's all a bit B-filey.
Yeah, Black did a good job forcing the B file open, actually. And Ali let him. He didn't play C5. Like, let me show that. Way back when, we had this position. Black played B5. Ali can sack this pawn and go C5.
Yeah, that's better than letting him take.
I mean, here, you have problems because this is hanging and knight h4 is maybe threatening. So you still have problems here. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I just don't... I think this whole like kingside attack was maybe a little bit misguided. Because I just think it's all slower than Black's play.
I mean, if you go for this...
Oh, f3? No, I'll go queen b3.
Oh, here?
Yeah. And I'll go b4 next.
Yeah, so it's only staying closed temporarily.
I mean, you can play c4 again, but eventually you're going to run out of pawns on this side of the board.
Just keep sacking them.
I know, right? No, but I'm starting to create threats. I can put a rook on this open file and control a lot of squares there. Yeah, this is not good.
Yeah, that's interesting, actually. You can't need a nothing move.
I just don't
Let's
see...
say you keep trying to attack. You can't do this. Or you can take with the rook.
Yeah, that would be okay. But here, like, Black can do similar as in the game. He can play, like, h6. And just say, like, what are you doing? No, Black should play h6, I'm saying. Instead of...
same as before.
And just say, like, how are you accomplishing anything? Maybe there's queen d2 here. No, that's not quick enough. Just kidding. You're going to get it.
Yeah, because you're not taking it with check.
Yeah.
Oh, was it mate?
Where?
So, say... I don't know, what does Black want to do?
I'm just going to play this.
Okay, like this. Even if you do take...
Yeah, I take on.
Yeah, that's just...
And that's made on the move.
Yeah, the rook move, yeah.
So I just...
Tough, even if you don't let it open, it's just this kingside attack just doesn't work.
That's what I felt, and that's why I wasn't sure about this. Like, h5 is interesting, but way back here, I wanted to play g5 and create immediate tension, and at least start opening some lines.
At least give Black something to think about.
Yeah,
h5. Although there must be some problem why he chose.
Why not go g5?
h5. Yeah.
Well, g5 here, I think
Do you just push past?
I wouldn't push past with the f pawn. G5 I can probably ignore for now. Like G5
What?
takes. I'll play this.
Yeah.
Or like instead of H5, why don't I play King B1?
Double bishop sacrifice.
Just be really, really solid. Like, what's wrong with this? Now I'll go. Now I can take my time with my attack because Black's gonna have a much harder time breaking through.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's a good point.
In the game, it looks like one of Ali's rooks has fallen. So let's see how that happened. This was not the game line. Oh, it's this variation. Queen A3. We repeated 96 there. Check. Was Rook D2 played? Ah, the game's over.
What move were we on?
Move 35.
35 was F3.
F3 played. Okay. Sort of a waiting move.
Queen A3 check, as before. King B1.
Knight B3, right?
Queen B3 check.
Oh.
King A1. Knight D3.
Okay, that's fine.
Rook D7 check.
I would have taken that knight probably. Well, if you take the knight, then I just go C5, C4, and go ha.
Yeah, I mean that's just another way of losing.
So Rook D7 check, sure.
King F8. Rook
King
D8 check. King F7. Hey, I can repeat too.
Rook D7.
Rook D7 check. King F6 this time.
Yeah, that's what I was
thinking.
thinking.
And now the computer analysis has suggested Rook takes D3 at -14 evaluation.
That does not surprise
me.
me.
But no, we had Rook C2.
Oh, I will take a
Queen
rook.
takes. Yeah, and then resign.
A strong game from the black player. He played very forcefully on the queen side, and he managed to open lines, whereas Ali never quite got the lines open on the king side. This felt...
Yeah, I think it.
Sorry, go ahead.
King B1 would hopefully have slowed it down a lot.
Yeah, even back here after queenside castles, bishop e6, just king b1 right away. Never allow any of this silliness.
Always play king b1.
I think it's a good move here.
That's an actual one.
Yeah, I'll play this rook over next move.
Sure.
And then I'll play.
And all these pieces in the way really slow down.
Yeah.
Black's pawn stone.
So I can take a little bit of time, or instead of that, if I really don't want to play king b1, I can play knight b3.
Which is what I suggested.
Was that your suggestion?
Yeah, that was what I thought the idea behind knight a5 was, apart from just inconveniencing the rook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I thought you get a tempo on the bishop and support that d4 break.
This looks like a sensible move. Very sensible. I still probably want to play king b1 at some point.
Yeah, because otherwise the knight's not that much use.
But I would take this probably as black. I don't know. Would you take that as black? Because I don't know. I feel like if you play this, you really are going pretty slow.
Yeah. Because you have to move the knight out of the way, and then you have to prep a5.
Yeah.
Like you need b6 to play a5, a4.
Yeah. So I would probably take this. And the thing is, white already gave away his light squared bishop, so I'd be like, fine, have my bishop, and then go a5, I think.
I'd take that.
I might be okay with that, actually.
Okay, but then I'd take your knight.
Yeah.
And then king up.
If
you check.
I know that a pawn's a pawn.
It's probably not worth taking it, you're right.
But
it's a bit...
in this position, I'm not so sure. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
Your attack is non-existent, and I opened the A file. I would... it's complicated.
Yeah, I mean, you're not threatening. I don't know, because A4...
Yeah,
you want to play B4?
Possibly, I don't know. I'd figure it out. It would take me a while.
I don't know, stop asking me things.
I could, instead of A5, I can prepare this all by going, sorry, A, B3. I can start with Queen D6. And then I think A5 gains in strength. Because I think I actually have, say you play, I don't know, this move, you're gonna attack, I'll go A5, and I'll enter this whole variation, and I wonder if I can do this.
Threatening, mate.
Yes.
Subtle. Okay.
You would stop my threats. How dare you?
And that's a piece.
It is. I'm wondering how this is.
I mean, it's scary. Can I castle the other side now?
I'm not quite making this work, actually. I think I have to take here.
I would probably drop this back.
You would. I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I might have to give it back.
Well, no, you have knight c4.
Yeah. And then you take the rook, I take the rook.
And go b5.
Play this.
Yeah.
Can I do this?
You can. I'll take it. I have to.
I mean... run.
God, you're so annoying. Look, I don't have that. No, I checked you off. You messed that one up.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll come back here.
How many
and then if you go here, I'm just desperately going to seek the queen trade.
I'm not going to let that happen. Yeah, I'll go check there. That's an annoying check, I feel like. No, you go... Oh, you don't have king d1. Haha!
Yep, diagonals are annoying like that.
I have a perpet. This is a perpetual.
Perpet. Doesn't need to be said in full. Can I do this?
Oh, that does stop my idea of perpetual. That's true.
Oh, but this is super risky.
Yeah, it's very risky.
Because if I step up, you have this. Risky.
That's losing. That's not risky.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You're not going up.
Winning the queen with advantage.
So you have to go king d1.
And then you get skewered.
There's queen d1.
I might just take that then.
King e2. Rook a2. With advantage.
And then that's even worse because I don't even take your rook. If you... Oh, you can block with the knight. Lots of things. It's almost as if there's billions and billions of chess games.
I think I have compensation for the piece here.
Yeah, -1 pawn. But they're pretty strong. Can I go here? No, because you...
No, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You reblock.
Yeah.
But I might play that position. I don't know.
It's kind of awkward, yeah.
b4. The knight's still pinned.
I know.
I guess I can't go b3 yet.
I was thinking like this.
Well, but b3 forces you to go king c3, I think.
Why?
Because otherwise I just queen.
B3.
Oh, you can go rook
I go
e1. I
here.
see your point. Fair. That's real. Okay, this is probably
I
losing.
mean, maybe you check here.
No, and then it's king c3. I'm losing.
Yeah. Okay, this was not played.
Yeah, no, we're just having fun at this point. Shooting some lines out.
Yeah, there's a lot of chess out there. A lot to cover.
Oh, Ali Quantus is in chat. Mr. Ali, do you want to come on the show and talk about your game? We're going to have to wait. There's a slight delay. Mr. Ali Quantas?
I'm not even going to question that. Whatever it was.
I don't know, man. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be what I set out to be. What are we doing?
No, I was just looking at whether king c1 or king c3 was better.
In this position?
Yeah.
King c3.
Because you hit the pawn. Yeah, makes sense.
The pawn is lost.
Lost, I tell you.
If you go rook a3, I'll win it somehow.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'll win it like that. I have no response from Mr. Ali Quantas. How sad. I guess Ali Quantas doesn't want to come on the show.
Maybe he missed it.
Let me message him on Slack.
Oh, he's saying, yeah, he can come on and show how to lose.
Great.
Oh, that's what we've been doing, Ali.
Oh, yeah, we've blundered a lot. We're good at that. We're professional chess blunderers.
Oh, that's going on the CV.
Ali, do you know the Discord that we're in? Let me send it to you.
Oh, and actually, is he going to be able to join this channel?
Yeah, I can
Because you need to be a streamer. Oh, you can do it. You have the power.
No, but I have to log off and log back in. Give me a second.
Okay, I'm gonna have to entertain the crowd.
Yeah.
We saw how well this went.
No. When I log out of Discord, I'm gonna be the one talking. We're not gonna have you anymore.
Oh, that's perfect. That's fine.
Great. I'll be right back.
Cool.
Oh God, why? This is too hard. Did I verify? Did it work? Okay. Great. I did it.
Yay.
Yay. Oh, and we got... Oh, no. Oh. There's me and me in here. How do I do those voice links?
Voice links?
How do I link people to this? I figured it out. Copy.
Ali already knows where it is. He said there's a padlock.
Oh God. I'm working on it. Oh, how do I do this?
Oh, Articom's here as well. Maybe we should get both people on. That'll be good.
What are their names in Discord the same as they are in channel?
I do not know. He's messaging in the stream.
Rules. Members. Here we go.
It's happening.
Ali's a streamer. Congrats, Ali. You can join. I would need to know Articom's Discord. Congrats, Ali. You can join.
Thank you.
How you doing, man?
Hey, Ali.
I would need to know Articom's Discord. Hey, Ali. Can you mute the stream in the background?
The stream?
Okay, stream muted.
Oh, I have to invite Ali to the study. What am I doing? You've been invited to the study.
Yay.
you don't sound too thrilled, Ali.
No?
So walk us through your game.
Yeah, so it's a Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you can either play... I mean, you can play anything. You can play the main line, I guess. Which is to take, right?
Can you hit in the bottom left? It should say sync members.
Sorry. Yeah. I don't really like the Berlin endgame, so I go for this D3 thing. Which is probably nothing, but...
Hold on, Ali. I'm not seeing your move show up. Are you sure that you're syncing with us?
Yeah, it says I'm synced. I should also press record though, probably. What about now?
Can you make a move? No.
No?
You're here, you're a contributor. I took away your contributions and I gave them back. Ah, I saw something. Do it again. Haha! It works.
It works?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, so he played c5, and I think I can either go c3 and... I don't know what happens. Something like this, I guess.
Yeah, some Spanish, right?
Yeah. Or you can take. Which, I mean, I've never played this over the board, so I'm not very familiar with it. But,
I felt like you had a decent position out of the opening.
Yeah. I mean, it should be, right? It's just a normal position.
Yeah, black is a little cramped. He's forced to play this move,
Yeah.
knight d7 coming up.
Yeah, I think so. And I think I can either go with b3, bishop b2, and short castles. But I think most people start with knight bd2, actually.
Yeah, I like this move. It seemed logical.
Castles is the main move. It's also normal. And yeah, maybe we should show why I can't take it immediately.
Yeah.
Because of this, and that's a double attack.
That's an unfortunate one.
Yeah. So castles, knight c4, knight d7, and again the same thing.
Here I actually thought I missed the move knight d7. I actually thought black was losing his e pawn.
Right.
But knight d7 looks like an only move in that position.
Yeah. I think normally they want to play the knight either to f8 and then to e6. Or drop the bishop back, play c5, play knight b8, and knight c6.
Yeah, we noticed that you mentioned putting the knight on e6 or c6, and e6 we understood, but c6 we did not. We didn't get it. We were like, the knight on c6.
It takes a while, yeah. And I guess you have to play f6 at some point.
Yeah, probably.
And here I think, I guess castles is the most common move.
That's logical. Queen e2 can't be wrong though. Can't be a bad move.
Now you get this option of castling long. And here I wasn't sure if they go f6 or rook e8. I had a feeling it's rook 8, so you actually have this option.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's something we discussed as well.
Yeah.
Because that knight is just terrible where it is. It's doing its job, but not much more.
It's defending the pawn at least.
Yeah, then...
Yeah. Yeah, so after queen e2 I actually threatened to take, because if he ignores it, I don't know. I'm actually defending f2 with my queen. So I can just drop the knight back. So So f6, I guess, is normal. And I don't know, I had sort of decided to castle long already. I mean, when we got to Berlin, basically.
Yeah,
so I wasn't very flexible.
Here we liked your decision to not trade off the knight. What made you decide to place it on a5 instead of maybe the more solid square e3?
I don't know, to be honest. I think knight e3 is just the better move.
Because knight a5...
certainly,
sorry, go ahead.
It just looks more sensible.
Yeah, I mean, knight a5 does slow his development a little bit, but
yeah.
rook b8 is not the most useless move in the world, and then your knight's a little bit hung out to dry on a5.
Yeah. But I thought he couldn't really kick the knight, because c6 would be hanging in a lot of lines, but he played quite well.
So long
and
castles.
just defended c6 with a queen, and then he can kick the knight.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I wasn't very happy with knight a5.
I guess sort of overall strategically, if your plan was to long castle and attack on the king side, maybe it doesn't matter if the knight stays on a5.
But I think if it's here, it's actually closer to the king side, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm saying, like, maybe he can just leave the knight on a5 because it's not really contributing to your king side attack.
Right. Yeah.
But anyway, knight a5 was played. Perhaps the first inaccuracy in your game.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's inaccurate, but yeah, I like knight e3 better.
Rook b8, long castles. We were interested in maybe playing d4 at some point.
Didn't really feature in my plans.
Fair enough. Different styles.
I just wanted to go g4, h4.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I'm gonna go d4, I need to castle short, I guess.
I felt like you could long castle just because it quickly brought the rook here, and maybe allowed a faster d4. But I don't know. It might just not work for concrete reasons.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
We've got some comments from your opponent in chat as well. He said 7 knight g4 might also be possible, but he didn't want to go for it, as it may force me to change NB for RP. I assume RP is rook pawn.
Oh,
I don't know what NB is.
Knight and bishop for rook and pawn.
Oh, right. Yeah, so that's what we were discussing as well.
Yeah, and he's saying he probably has to go knight takes f2 here or something.
Right. Yeah, that's not generally favorable.
Yeah, I would be happy to play this as white.
Yeah, and then f6. Yeah, as we discussed.
f6 h3.
Because not here, but f6 in the game. This was a separate comment. Yeah, because the light square bishop is gone, as we discussed. It's not such a big deal.
Yeah, after queen e2 f6, there's gonna be no checkmating along this diagonal or anything.
No.
Yeah.
That's normal.
So yeah, after rook b8 castles, bishop e6, you decided to allow this bishop takes a2 for like 3 or 4 moves.
Yeah, and I never saw why he couldn't take it, so that probably means I should have taken king b1.
Yeah, we thought king b1, or even possibly knight b3.
Yeah, I thought he would just drop his bishop back, and my knight is sort of misplaced on b3.
That's a fair argument.
Maybe we get later on.
Yeah.
a5.
That's a good point. This is probably very quick for black. I think black is going to be better here.
Yeah.
But so king b1 is sensible in this position, I felt like.
Yeah, I think so. And then I go with my plan with rook g1 and g4, h4.
Just because black does need to take quite a few moves to untangle the queen side and get his pawns going.
Yeah.
So you can spend that extra move to go king b1. But okay, your opponent. I really wanted bishop takes a2 here.
Yeah, I think it was a good move.
We calculated a lot, and we especially calculated after b3. This move is really, really strong.
Yeah, this is just horrible, right?
And yeah, we were looking at ways like sort of queen d6 followed by this and queen c5 and this and
yeah,
threats come very quickly.
A little bit messy for white.
So we liked bishop takes a2.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna play b3.
Yeah, we figured you would play like g4.
Yeah, I think I would go g4
but
or h4.
I think we calculated this as well, and it's still quite quick for black because now black goes here and queen c5 like in the game.
Right.
And
yeah,
there are issues. I think.
Yeah.
White has issues with this knight getting sort of trapped almost.
Yeah, I think queen d6 was a very good move.
Yeah, I would have liked to see queen d6 after bishop takes a2, but here we can transpose with bishop takes a2.
Yeah.
Which also would have been good. But okay, bishop b4 is fine. I just think this gives black a better game.
Yeah, for sure. Here I guess to go king b1, right?
Yeah, absolutely. King b1 is a very good move.
It's probably okay for me.
Even knight b3 may be possible still.
Oh, it's interesting. Your opponent is saying after 12 bishop takes a2, he thought that b3 would be good.
We saw something similar.
Yeah, so I don't think our analysis agreed with that, but then we did have the advantage of looking at a lot of different variations on the board, which is
we did get some positions where like white is attacking on the king side and white's king is like vaguely safe on d1 and the bishop on a2 can't participate. But I think there are ways that black can make it work. So here h4, knight d7. Sorry, you want to say something?
I didn't really calculate b3 much. I just saw bishop a3, king d1, and then I sort of stopped there.
Yeah, it looked unpleasant. I agree.
Yeah.
Here up to h4. Again, I don't like knight d7. I want to take this.
Yeah.
It's very strong. I think black is either going to... Sorry, say again.
Knight might be better on b6, actually.
Yeah, because it really limits this knight's retreating options, and this knight is going to come under fire here.
Yeah.
Like queen c5 is going to be a threat right away.
Yeah.
It's probably going to win another pawn, actually, a second pawn.
Yeah, or I get some really horrible structure, like...
I think it would just outright wins a second pawn. Because no matter where the knight retreats to, it's going to be hanging.
Yeah, I mean, I can always get queen e1, right?
Oh, not a move I considered.
I did, but I'm just a pawn down, I thought.
Yeah, that's probably true. Also, queen e1.
No. Maybe I should have.
We were looking at potential knight a4 ideas in positions like these.
I mean, is b4 an option? Or is that just too weakening?
b4, I'm scared.
Looks very weakening to me. Let's come back.
And go like c5 or something next move.
Yeah, I mean, you could play knight c4 here.
That's true. Knight c4 takes... No, it's pinned.
We'll take it and get this endgame.
This is not great.
Yeah, it's very bad. White's also created weaknesses on the king side structure as well, so an endgame will not be great.
Drops the queen back and rook comes to the middle.
Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah, it was a
Hail Mary.
Yeah.
So here, instead of knight d7, we wanted that takes on a2.
But do I have like h6 maybe?
Oh, in this position?
Nah, he can just move the g pawn, right?
Yeah, that was a question I wanted to ask. Why go for the h4 h5 rather than g4 g5, which is my first thought in this position? And I didn't really, I just didn't understand.
That's a good question.
But I mean, as I said in the stream, this is not my forte with this kind of pawn break or pawn storm.
Yeah, same here apparently.
I generally end up getting mated.
Here, instead of playing h4, you do have the option of playing the immediate g5.
Right, I didn't like f5, I guess.
f5, really?
Sorry, no, I thought he trades first on d2.
Mm-hmm. So queen takes.
And then f5.
Interesting. That was not something I had considered. It might be strong.
And now I'm not really breaking through on the king side anymore. And I think he might actually have some pressure down that file.
Yeah, this knight is a little bit misplaced, actually.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very reasonable. Yeah, in chat, Articon says g5, I would f5.
Yeah.
As feared.
So in principle, I did want g5, but I couldn't really make it work.
Well, maybe if that's the issue, perhaps in this position here, sorry, after bishop b4, can we go knight h4?
Yeah.
And maybe in a crazy world, I'll even go f4.
Yeah, or knight f5 and then g5.
Mm-hmm. Both good ideas.
Yeah, I had this. I think I saw this after I played h4. That's why I played h5, so I could go.
Yeah.
Knight h4.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
G5, but then it's too late already because you can close it with h6.
So yeah, maybe this was the way to go.
Yeah,
a little bit
more reasonable.
A little bit faster, but I think
you can still take. Yeah.
Because after knight f5, the queen does want to go to c5.
Yeah.
And you might be forced into one of these like queen e1 variations again.
Yeah, I think it's better here, but
it's not.
I have some play.
It's not immediately.
You still have still have g5 here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So maybe this was the way to go, but okay. h4, knight d7, h5, and now finally it takes.
Yeah.
And I think it's hard to hold your position here. Knight h4, queen c5. Maybe you have to go for queen e1 here. We've sort of discussed this motif.
Yeah.
It's a hard move to play. I don't blame you for not playing this.
Here he has b6. Which is kind of annoying.
Oh yeah, because this is after the knight changed. And now you have to go knight c4 and lose a pawn.
Yeah, no, because this knight's hanging though.
Oh, the d7 knight's hanging.
Yeah, but rook d8 first, and then...
Yeah.
I don't think my attack will work.
If you protect this, there's b5 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that runs into the problems we had in the game with the open file.
Maybe rook f7. Then you land some support over here as well.
Mm-hmm. And next move b5 or takes. Looks good for black. Black is already up a pawn.
Yeah.
So that could have been played. Instead, you took takes knight c4, somewhat forced.
Maybe, yeah, but I mean this was horrible.
But I mean, if you take on b4, this is forced. You can't go knight b3, can you? There's no way.
Can you go queen e1
or queen d2?
Or there.
Oh, that's a move. I think in this position, me and Pretentious were planning to go. We're up a pawn.
Yeah, for sure. But I can fight at least.
Yeah, this is something you can play at least.
Yeah, it's a double pawn. It's not so bad.
Because I think what happened was just really bad for me.
Yeah, I agree. After takes b5. He's trying to open the b file. What about
that was just
what about c5 here?
I thought knight takes c5.
Yeah.
And e4 is hanging.
Yeah, you can tell from the arrows that we looked at this. We were desperate to keep the file closed, and then this turned out almost as bad.
So because
the knight gets in.
We tried f3, but then like things like this happen.
It's just tough. It's really tough from here.
Yeah.
Because c3, yeah, it's very difficult.
It looks pretty terrible, yeah.
So takes b5. You jumped in. This is understandable. You want to accelerate your attack. And at least.
Well, I thought I had to go for it. It doesn't work. I knew that, but.
But what else? What else to do, right?
Yeah.
Takes c3. Yep, we're defending. Queen a4. King b1 forced. Totally forced.
So I wasn't sure what happens on rook g3.
We think it wins.
For black.
Yeah.
I thought so too.
We weren't even sure about this position. Oh yeah, that one wins.
Yeah,
because
I guess so.
You pick up c3 with check.
Yeah, and I don't really have any threats on the king side.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just play like knight f6 at some point, and you can play rook takes g7, but you don't have much more.
Yeah, and that's true.
The other thing is I can, if you're not careful, I'm going to pick up e4 with check.
Right. Yeah.
The other thing
I didn't think it would work, but
the other thing we looked at was after rook b3, g5, rook fb8, gf6. We did look at this move rook a3.
Yeah, I thought about this as well, but didn't I have? No, yeah, it looks winning.
Because I think you have to go king c1, but then it's just you lose everything.
Yep.
So that was probably...
Yeah, I don't really have anything on the king side.
Very playable. Also, we thought he could go for the immediate rook takes b2.
Yeah.
With a somewhat better ending. It's not clear this is totally winning.
I thought it was pretty clear.
I think it is better for black. Yeah, I think on second thought and based on the game continuation, I think it's winning.
Yeah.
Also,
he will just get queen b3 check. Yeah.
Playable here is I thought knight c5 was very strong.
Yeah.
Just going to d3.
Yeah, yeah.
We thought here you would have to give the exchange probably.
Right.
Which is playable. This is not the worst position I've ever seen.
It's very bad.
It's pretty bad.
Doesn't he have a 2?
Oh, probably. Did we look at this?
I don't remember this exact line with the queen up there.
We looked at one line where white scurried away somehow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, there's... Can you just send the queen in?
Check.
It's just a check, right?
No, I was thinking
I don't
queen
think
d7, but...
Oh, queen d7 is interesting, and probably better than
either, really. I mean, they equate to the same, except you can cover that file.
Well, does queen d7
which is probably...
win? Isn't it just winning? No, there's this check.
Yeah.
And that's mate, I think.
That's not defended. There's
knight g3.
But then you don't have the mate anymore.
You have the mate on e8.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
What about there?
I have to go to f3.
And then
and yeah, that's mate. There you go. That's the mate.
Yeah, so I think as soon as the queen leaves the protection of b2, he can almost always just sack his rook and mate me.
There was one line we tried where we failed, but maybe we missed something.
Yeah.
But RDCom said in chat that I played h6 because I saw I'll be able to play rook takes b2 anyway later, which is true.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he has like 10 ways to win.
Yeah. Here we were interested in this knight e7 check.
Yeah, king h7.
And we were going to go queen f3. And here's where we tried to survive rook takes b2.
Right. I saw this, I guess. But don't I just lose?
I think we survived, I think, with king c1.
Probably not with best play.
Yeah, maybe not.
We thought we might be escaping via, well...
Either this way or up here.
Yeah.
Oh. I have perpetual here.
Doesn't the king escape again through f7?
No.
No.
I have this.
Yeah.
I didn't calculate this before I played queen a2, but now I go here.
Oh, and I don't have...
Right, and now there's mate coming because there's no check.
I have knight f... Yeah, okay. I failed. Yeah. I failed. This isn't... I thought we had a perpetual here.
No, I think there was always the trouble with king f7, and if you then move the queen, then you don't have the check. I'm not sure we looked at it fully.
97?
Queen e6, but...
King f7?
Yeah, now I have this one, though.
But then just... Is there a perpetual? Oh, I don't want to go there.
No.
It might be okay. King c5. No, you're going to have to block the b file.
I know.
That's blocking your mate threat, though.
But can you take it?
I'll play queen b4 check.
Uh-huh. King a6.
And take the rook. Take the knight. Take the knight.
The knight's
take the knight.
But then rook takes queen.
And you're going to pick up my rook on the end. Ugh.
This is winning for black. There's too many loose pawns.
Yeah, but okay, can I take this?
And then if the king ever moves away, you get this pawn.
So I'm not going to take that pawn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was looking at if you do take it, then you've pinned, but you can just go here.
Yeah.
Oof. I guess it wins.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's mad dash.
But it's a bit crazy to go for this as white, I guess.
Yeah.
Or as black. I mean.
Oh. Yeah, maybe there's somewhere else to hide on the way.
Yeah.
RDCom is saying there's a forced win after queen a1 check. Let's see it.
When?
Here, queen a1 check.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the forced win. We couldn't make it work. Because queen b2 check, we went king d1.
King where?
King to d1.
And if I check you again?
We went king e2.
Let's check you again.
And now king e3. You have that one.
Yeah, so maybe queen a1 is easier.
Force mate, okay. Fair point, RDCom.
Yeah.
Hey, something potential. I think we're bad at chess.
I mean, saying that we're worse than these guys is not saying we're bad.
That's fair. That's fair enough.
But yeah, we are.
So king b1, he just shut it down. Knight e7 isn't working. So you.
I thought a bit about g5 is ridiculous. I guess I thought about knight e3 a bit.
And what's happening after rook b2?
So that's clear, right? No, it's still very good for him. Yeah.
I think also maybe I don't have to play rook b2. No, I should play rook b2 because you are threatening to start things with like knight d1 and really shoring up.
Yeah, but now is it still mate here?
Oh, is that still mate? That's a good question. I still have this, don't I?
With the knight.
And then the knight blocks.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's a big difference, actually.
That's a very big difference.
But then, okay, so knight blocks and then queen a2.
That was my idea. But you have rook c1 at the very least.
Mm.
Yeah, rook c1, I guess.
And this looks okay. So maybe knight e3 was the best try there.
Yeah.
At least.
But I thought he would just go maybe knight b6.
What's the idea behind knight b6?
Just defend the pawn on c4.
I would have considered going.
So I don't think I have any play here.
Yeah.
I think he just moves the queen and then runs this guy.
Yeah, and you can't really do anything because you've been shut down.
Yeah, and I can't invade anywhere. And
you have d7. No, you don't. No, I'm ridiculous.
Crazy knights.
So yeah, maybe just trying to hunker down and really control everything.
Yeah, but it's how many pawns? Just one?
It's just one pawn, but
pawns.
Your king is going to be very unhappy soon.
Yeah, it's 2 pawns, which is too much.
It's 2 pawns? Oh, it is 2 pawns. You're correct.
Even if they're triple, it's too much.
So yeah, after fg5, now it's 3 pawns, and you unfortunately just you don't have anything after this.
Now, even if he plays slow with
yeah.
Like moves the knight.
Knight c5 probably.
Yeah. I mean, this will never work.
Yeah, hg, and it's fine.
And his king will just run away.
It's a good swindle attempt.
Yeah, but he can just run away somewhere.
I don't know. Can you cut the d file maybe? No. Sorry, d1 is covered.
Yeah. Also, he's probably mating with rook b2.
Probably, yeah.
So I need to do everything with check.
So yeah, it looks like this doesn't work.
No.
But okay, the forced solution that RDCon played looks very strong as well.
Yeah, I think it's the easiest one. I guess everything still wins.
Probably. Rook b2. And did you consider playing something like rook g3 or rook h3 here?
Yeah. I thought then I don't have rook d1, and there are no swindling attempts at all.
Fair enough. I just feel like after rook c1, like, you can't stop this knight from landing.
Sure.
I liked RDCom's lots of repetition. That's good form.
Yeah, that's good.
Gaining time. He repeats again. It's good form. It's annoying. We thought king h7 would have really put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that was a nice line like this. Check. There. There. Now one move from mate.
Yeah.
But he comes first.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's not mate. Oh, no, it will be mate here. There we go.
It will be.
It's nice that they're kind of similar mates as well.
Little hook mates, right? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, yeah.
That's right, the same mate.
So here, no, it doesn't really matter where the king goes. Unfortunately, there's no counterplay no matter what.
No.
Knight d3 is good enough.
Yeah.
Repeat once, and then head up.
He shouldn't get to e6 at least. This I saw.
What's wrong with this?
I can still go to f6, that's true.
Well, no, after knight g7... Oh, on that.
Yeah. You can just go here.
Yeah, I thought it was still fine.
Yeah. Okay, then I have nothing.
And then a few millimeters, you gave your rook, and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was done there. Yeah, it was a good game though. It was very interesting. Interesting battle.
Any lessons you're taking away, Ali Quantas?
Probably that I should be a bit more flexible. Because as soon as I saw the Berlin, I decided I should go long castles. Just go for it. But I didn't really pay attention to what he was doing.
For sure.
And then, I mean, I can change my mind for quite many moves and go short castles and have a normal position.
That's good.
And I guess I rushed a bit by not playing King B1.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think long castles is the mistake here, or do you think it's the omission of the move King B1?
I think long castles is fine.
And then you get here. You just need to play King B1.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's better for white, but you have this plan of the kingside attack.
Yeah, and it's a position. You're not losing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we get rook over g4, and then if we go for the knight h4 line, yeah, I can see that.
Anyway, thank you, Ali Pontus, for coming on and talking to us and explaining everything. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm gonna check the stream tomorrow and see what you said.
A lot of mistakes. Get the report. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, we should at least show how the other game ended, because we never showed that.
That's true.
So here we had a strange London. Where we really liked white's position because the e-pawn became super weak. We had to play f6, awful. Had to play e5, very unfortunate. And now he has a terrible structure, and white has active rooks. Black sacrifices a pawn to get rid of the active rook, but now he's just down a pawn. His position is terrible. He's down another pawn. He sacrificed a second pawn for activity. He sacrificed a third pawn for activity.
Although I quite like the third pawn sacrifice. I think that's the best.
I mean, I think they're all necessary, but that just means you've got a terrible position.
Yeah, I quite like the attempts, although there were defenses. I think Black did a reasonable job.
Here we left it off on move 35. The game went 8 more moves. Let's see what happened. Knight takes f3. Oh, sorry, this was not played. This was our analysis, I guess. So 35 b5 g4 was played, and then king g1. Bishop h6. Sure. Knight e6. Rook h5.
Rook to h5, b6. Rook e5.
Yeah, good luck stopping that pawn.
Rook a1, stopping the mate. Rook e2. Rook b1.
Yeah, there you go.
Bishop c1. Rook takes c1.
Why not just go b7? Oh, that's fine.
C5.
Because it threatened mate. I missed that.
D takes c5. Knight takes c5. Rook takes b6. Heartbreak, knight d7 check.
Ooh. The truth hurts. So that was how white finished off his game in style with the fork. Well played by Forever Weak, a strong player by his rating. I don't know what his overall rating is, but he looks like he played quite well. So well played to Forever Weak, and well played to Mad at Adam. Mad at Adam slipped up a little bit in this opening, I felt like, because he was vaguely forced to exchange queens here, which is not really what you want in this opening. I was really rooting for this move, d5, because then you threaten c4. Rawr.
Yeah, get some space.
Get some space, and you get those those annoying bishop f5 tricks. So you get to develop with tempo. Say knight d2, bishop f5. Very annoying. I suppose there's queen a4 check. You can go queen a4 check. But then you went queen a4 check and didn't really accomplish much. Yeah, you have to allow this. It's even worse with the knight here, because you have to go queen c1. Yeah, this is very, very good for black. So I don't think this d6 move was very good. Why play d6 when you can play d5 and take the whole center?
No comment.
What?
No.
You don't like my center grabbing?
No, I just have nothing to say.
I guess there was
no sarcasm there.
There is this move to consider.
Sure, that's not terrible.
Perhaps
White's got quite a decent pawn structure here.
Yeah, I guess this maybe is why black discarded this variation. Oh, you're gonna go queen a.
That hangs the queen.
Yeah.
That hang. I didn't move that.
Oh, maybe I did it on mistake. I guess. Yeah. Queen c5.
Yeah.
And black has a decent position. Just go knight c6, bishop g7, castle. I'll be good.
It's like a reverse Scandi.
Yeah, actually. And since I think the Scandi is incredibly dubious, I would be happy to play this as black.
Well, at least the bishop's out.
But yeah, after bishop e6, and now you're sort of forced to take, but then the a file gets open, the knight's active, all of white's pieces are really active, your pieces are not active, and this opening has been a disaster for black, who's just getting pressured on tons of open files. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, definitely. The rooks made the difference.
Yeah, white's rooks are really active.
Yeah, and black's pieces just got kind of awkward.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. This knight has nowhere to go. The only place it could possibly go is f6. This knight really has nowhere to go. The only square it has is b6.
You know, hang on. Oh, that's why. I was thinking when we had to play this move, I was thinking, why didn't he play bishop f6? But I forgot we'd already played f6.
Yeah, that's one of the really unfortunate consequences. Ah, bishop h8 is playable. Oh, no, we had to guard this. I forgot.
Yeah, yeah.
I see why you say bishop f6 now.
And then we have a square for our knight. We defend this, but yeah.
I have bad news.
It's occupied.
It's still, even then, it wouldn't work because of g4, g5.
Yeah.
And at the end, the bishop would be the trapped piece.
Yeah, I'd rather keep the bishop than the knight. But ideally, I wouldn't want to give up either of them.
Yeah, you can't always get what you want, something pretentious.
Right. So I thought this was a good find, but
e5, yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Unfortunately, it's still too big a concession.
So I want to back up there. If we're gonna concede the pawn anyway, maybe we should just start with rook f7. Because we end up giving this pawn up anyway.
Which pawn do you prefer? I'd rather keep the central pawn.
You're probably right. Because then I have a passed d pawn.
Yeah, these are monsters.
This like pawn grouping that somehow got like this.
Pawn snake.
It's quite a structure. This is a really powerful structure for white.
Yeah, you don't really mind the central pawns being doubled. They're just great support.
Yeah, it's super flexible. You can do whatever you want. You can go c5, you can go b4, you can go d5. It's just going to march itself down the board. Anyway, this game was pretty much over. You had to sack the pawn for activity, but now, again, these white pawns are just too strong.
Yeah, nice positional play. Getting the knight to a good square, showing out the king. Not getting mated is always ideal.
Yeah, that's a good one. And then just queening your pawn, right? That's how you win.
Pass pawns must be pushed.
Anyway, that was a good game from Mike.
Yeah,
that's it for the show. I'd like to thank Something's Pretentious once again for coming on the show. As always, he has been a valued member of the team. And I'd like
reminding you to change the layout.
Yeah. I'd like to thank all my lovely viewers who put up with my poorly positioned player windows, as I'm just now noticing on the stream. That's always good. So thanks everyone for watching, and there's not going to be another stream this weekend probably, but I'll catch you all next week. There's going to be no team league.
That's true.
How sad. I'll have to find something else to do.
Maybe Lone Wolf.
Maybe Lone Wolf. Well, I did my Lone Wolf game. If you want to watch some bad chess, watch that Lone Wolf game. I played terribly.
You advertise it well.
Well, I won a piece in the opening, and then I just like blundered it back, and I was like, "What? What am I doing?"
That's rough. I had a game where I won a piece, while my opponent blundered a piece, and then I still lost.
That's rough.
I didn't even lose the piece back. I just
got mated or something.
No, their pawns. Just, I thought, oh yeah, great, I'm up a piece. I'll trade down into an endgame, and then just this was a slow game as well. Oh well. I'll get over it eventually.
Yeah, I blundered my piece back, and then I got into a slightly worse ending. It was like he had a bishop and I had a knight, and then I won.
Okay.
I won a slightly worse ending.
Well, if you win, it's not too bad.
Yeah, no harm, no foul, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, if I was playing like Forever Week, that wasn't gonna fly.
Yeah, just crushed. Yeah, and thank you to the players as well. It was
great games.
Some interesting games.
Anyway, I'm gonna sign off. Thank you all for watching, and have a lovely weekend.